here. It is too hot. So we're going to distract ourselves with very weird story. Yeah. Danganronpa! Good too! Goodbye, despair! So that so far we have muchos despair. It's really weird because last stream I was like, oh, I do hope my fluffy haired friend doesn't die. And this stream I'm like, I kind of wish he had, because I don't know how to feel about the fact that he was he was disturbed in the head. Experienced the battles between Monomi and the Mono Beast that occurred behind the scenes. Oh, interesting. I've unlocked a few things. Oh. No, I want to... So...
For a long time, humans have been taught that if you try hard enough, you can accomplish anything. Even if we weren't told this directly, you'd know it just by looking at the world around us. The internet, TV, and newspapers are overflowing with hopeful messages that say exactly that. But people who can't win, people who don't try to win, people who try their best and still can't win, they are all worthless trash. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who are born with worth, and everybody else. No matter how hard a lowly human tries, they will never be the same as someone who was born worthy.
As I said, he went a bit weird.
They say that effort breeds success, but that's a complete lie. The world is not that accommodating. No matter how hard a small dog tries, it will never become a large dog. No matter how much a penguin tries, there's no way it will ever soar through the sky. Which means, unworthy humans will never become worthy, no matter what they do.
Hang on, the curtains are trying to escape. I have the window open, it's windy, but also it was sucking as well as blowing, and it like was trying to suck curtains out the window, so I put them over the chair, which means I can't really see my screen, but hey, let me know if anything goes wonky with sound.
People with talent don't become talented. They're just born with their abilities right from the start. That's right, just like you guys. That's why I have so much respect for you all. Just so you know, what I feel is different from admiration. Admiration is wishing you could be like the object of your admiration. But what I feel is not so self-serving. How should I put it? What I feel is more pure. More like a selfless love that wants nothing in return. So, I want you guys to believe me when I say, I don't mind if you kill me. But if that happens, I want you to let me help. I don't care if the killer survives, or if everyone but the killer survives. I just want both sides to do their very best. I want to see with my own 2 eyes the absolute hope that lies ahead. Yep, I'm really lucky. Someone as insignificant as me will be there when hope and despair collide and unleash their energy. So please, let me help you. If you're planning to kill me, I would be honored to help you carry out your plan. I want you to use me as a stepping stone so everyone can shine. I want you to kill me in a way that befits...
Oh, shut up. Pow. ... Chapter 2. Sea and Punishment, Sin and Coconuts. Daily life. Byakuya and Terutaro died just last night. An ordeal like that doesn't change the fact that I still got hungry. It's firsthand as I headed towards the hotel restaurant with dreary, sullen footsteps. Excuse me. It's too warm here, it's gonna make me yawn. I can't do anything about it. Oh, Hajime, you're already here. Good morning. Yo. Just as I thought. The atmosphere in the restaurant's pretty gloomy. But after what happened yesterday, that's to be expected. The Akia who pointed himself our leader was killed, and the person who killed him was our friend. And that friend was also killed right in front of us. After experiencing something like that, it's impossible not to feel sad.
Huh?
You guys don't look so good. Faces all look like you just attended 2 funerals in a row. I guess some people don't feel so sad.
Cause...
That's like what happened. Got killed.
I'll go! Ah!
She's always so mean to me because she's just a bad person.
But...
Still, I understand about Mr. Hammer's death, but there isn't even a reason for us to be sad about Teruteru's death. Well, yes, he was kind of in a misguided way trying to protect us. If Nagito had been killed, then, you know, that would have been slightly better. But is Nagito the betrayer, the odd one out person that Monokuma was talking about at the beginning? He said there was a traitor in our midst, kind of thing. Or, because Byakuya was in the first game, is that what he meant? Like, this person is part of a different class, he's the odd one out, and if you remembered your school life, you would know that he wasn't in your class, type thing. I don't know. We will find out.
Hey!
At some point, either, you know, chapter 6 or whenever the end is. I think it's 6. Maybe 6 chapters? Oh, it's doing that thing where it doesn't. Right, okay. Okay, well, if we assume 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. If we assume 6 chapters and possibly some sort of epilogue type thing, and 6 will be a long chapter. So, as we're in chapter 2, that means we've got 5 chapters, at least 10 weeks. So, probably longer than that because, you know. So, maybe 12 weeks. So, we've still got like 3 months worth of this game. Which is great. Assuming we only play it on Sundays. If I'm short on ideas or can't decide, I might do a story time a different day. But I want to try not to do another 5.5 hour stream, so we'll go 3, see where we are. Maybe we get to the murder today, which will leave us the investigation and the trial next week. I don't know, we'll have to see. What the heck do you mean?
Why?
He was a crazy guy who killed someone. He totally deserved to die.
Hey,
I understand how you feel, but you're going too far.
that's weird.
Is it alright to defend a killer? You tried to justify murder?
No.
That was not my intention, but...
Hey!
Then you gotta hate him more than ever. You gotta hate him from the bottom of your heart. He's a stupid piece of trash bastard who committed the lowest crime possible. He deserved to get killed. Yes and no. In fact, I'm rather relieved he was executed. If I could have, I would totally spat on him too.
Jeez!
Gibbs, does a pea brain like you have something to complain about?
It's not like that.
It's not about that, but...
Smells.
Huh? Again?
It can't be.
Don't tell me. It better not be another dead body.
Hmm.
No, it's not the smell of blood this time. It just smells really bad. It smells bad? Oh, it's kind of like how a bar or nightclub smells after closing time, you see.
Hey, hey, hey!
I don't know those smells. You must have had a pretty rough life.
Now that you mention it.
Oh. I do smell something. It's like a sewer or rotting garbage.
I got it!
Oh, yeah, I'm just going. No, you gotta be there. She didn't say anything remotely funny just now. No, it's not. Nakamari, the smell's coming from you. Yeah, okay.
Whoa!
Oh, it's totally true. Yoko, you read.
What did you do to me?
The rotten smell stings my eyes as if a demonic eclipse is about to commence. Yeah, you don't get to pull that one after you were incredibly mean to other people.
Oh my!
She's crying.
Hey!
I've said it before, but you guys are really insensitive.
That was close.
Oh, no, it doesn't actually smell that bad. I mean, as long as I breathe with my mouth.
Like,
Shut up. Are you even taking a bath? There's a shower room in your cabin. No. You haven't bathed? Oh. I can't help it. I can't tie my kimono sash by myself. So wear something different.
hey!
You don't have to cry so much. I'll tie your sash for you, okay? Really? I could only tie a simple knot, but if it's okay with you, I can teach you.
Yay!
I love you, Maharu. I'll give you a kiss. You don't have to hug me.
It appears you cannot escape.
She appears to have taken a liking to you. Welcome to the world of girl love. It's slippery when wet. The air's suddenly not so tense anymore. Well, I guess it's better than being down forever. If I were all by myself, I probably wouldn't have been able to put my feelings aside and move on like this. I guess I have these guys to thank. Anyway, what happened to Oh, the Yakuza and creepy despair guy? seems they are both not here. Ah, now that you mention it, you're right. I saw Fuyuhiko earlier near the hotel. I invited him to breakfast, but he declined. Well, that's just Fuyuhiko being Fuyuhiko, but...
Huh?
Who cares about Nagito? He is just a child who summons misfortune, so to speak. Well, that may be, but... Just letting you know, I don't know anything.
I have no idea!
Without hesitation, I don't know anything about Nagito at all. Not suspicious at all, Nekomaru.
That's right.
That's right, forget him. Let's just forget about that creep already.
Huh?
They're obviously acting suspicious, aren't they?
Of course not.
Yeah, suspicious?
Impossible!
That's right, I'm not suspicious.
What's the matter?
Someone get kidnapped something? You came just at the right time. The right time? No, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but you must have yearned. You're out there because life has changed due to my cuteness, so your body can't stand to live without me, Can't help myself, you know my body reacts to Monokuma on its own.
No.
Something with that?
Stupid.
Who cares about that? Just hurry up and tell us why you're here.
Actually.
To be honest, I'm searching for my valued servant has disappeared. Servant?
What the hell?
No, my mono beasts. One of them just disappeared. One of the mono beasts disappeared? Maybe I cut back on the cost of their food too much. Perhaps they're boycotting me.
Let me tell you this.
That guy is the weakest of the legal four. How shameful for a mono beast to lose calling me a human. And that's what you want to say, right?
Nature, the collective will
smelly
of the
predator.
world.
The climax will occur soon after.
Burn in the fires of pandemonium!
Now, let me hear your scream. I should make such music for you. I got. I was playing with them. Dial on the back. Oh, we're still good.
Yeah.
Hey, Gundam, you should stop playing with that stuffed animal.
My entire existence!
I'm still being called a stuffed animal. Oh, well, it looks like you guys don't know anything about my mono beast either. It's a waste of time for me to worry about it. I don't want to go bald from worrying too much.
Okay.
Wise Catbot once says our eyes are on the front so we can forward. As Monokuma said those familiar sounding words to us, once again disappeared.
No way.
Hey, what do you think he meant just now? He said something about a mono beast disappearing. The only possibility I can think of is... Were you in the middle of something? You can just come back later. But leave.
Yeah!
But Nate asked me to leave kindly.
Hey.
Before you leave, I want to ask you something. Do you know anything about the disappearing mono beast? Yes, that's right. I'm the one who defeated that mono beast. Aha, that's the extras thing. Maybe we can have a quick look at the inputs then. You did?
You serious?
Defeating a monster like that? Someone like you pull that off? I'll talk about that in more detail in a different mode. Anyway, I've released the bridge gate for you all.
Hey.
If the gate is open, that means we can go to the new island across the bridge, right? Is that true? Ugh. Now that you can all go out to more areas, let's all get along and live a fun life together for sure this time.
Love.
Together on this island isn't what's important. We need to find a way to escape.
Jeez.
Of course, escaping from this island is our main goal.
Huh? Why you?
Nobody wants to live in a swashbuckling Hollywood-type action film. Before I can be more average. If anything happens, it's better for me.
All right.
Alright, if you find anything that can be salvaged with boat parts, let me know immediately. It seems that everyone's united on a path that is different from what I had planned.
Now then,
And then
let
let's
us be scared.
disperse. The Time has come to release the guest seal.
All right.
Let's find a way to leave this island. Is it possible? And it's no longer possible. No longer possible? Hey, what is that? Ah!
Hey, hey!
Hajibe, just leave that thing alone already. After all, she's the same as Monokuma. It's better if you don't get close to her. You're right. Everyone's attention is shifted towards exploring the new island. I expected to find something that'll help us escape the situation. Sorry, everyone filed out the restaurant. Except for her. A new island. I should go find some clues too. Oh, you can't go. You promised me you'd tie my kimono sash.
Hey.
That was... We can do that after we finish exploring the new island. And if I don't hurry and go take a bath, they'll call me smelly again. They'll call me again. Well, stop pulling everyone else, and then maybe people will feel more kindly towards you.
Yeah.
Let's take a light shower first.
Yay!
Gonna... Okay.
Huh?
Wash each other?
Hey.
Hold on, I don't think it's a good idea for me going too. No, we're both girls. Let's be shy.
But let's go.
Okay. Yoko pulled my hero's hand, smiling like a child before the school trip, and headed towards the cottages. Wash each other? I see. Wash each other, huh? Creepy, don't. It says 7th Island. We need to do our best to make sure there aren't any more incidents. You get experience points for interacting. He said he's wondering why I'm redoing those things. Because there's a one for getting to level like 50 or something. So I'm level 20. I mean, it's probably will be fine, but... we should see where if anyone else is around. Okay, so can we go in? No, but there's a nice map. Everyone is probably... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well in which case we're going to take a quick look at the beach. Oh. Just because I should have, you know, walked because of my pet. I went the long way around purposefully. She's right, the Mona Beast blocking this bridge is gone. Plus the gate that was blocking the bridge is now open. I guess Minomi was right after all. What lies beyond this bridge? Alright, I guess I should find out.
So this is the new island. The ambiance seems different compared to the first island with the hotel.
Well, mine's not the team for me to make carefree observations. There might be a clue here that tells us how to leave the island. I need to find it. Okay. So. Okay. Beast Dude is on the road. Chiaki is wherever this is. Katana Lady and... Oh, the Princess are there. That's... Akane. Oh, no one's where that is. Okay. Oh, that's... the mechanic. And then we've got Rocks. Oh, that's Akane. Rockstar, Akane, and the big guy. So who's that? Is that the nurse lady? Can't quite remember all of their names, so I should be able to talk to people as well. Oh, but we're not in free time. When we get to free time, we'll go to the beach and do the thingy machine, and then we'll pick some people to talk to. It says the knees 20 mf, something 40 mf, game fit got around 200 m. I don't know what that says. Ancient ruin. Treaty. What? Is this an enormous building? It's the ambience of an ancient ruin, but a sheep doesn't remember a ruin. Chiaki. Hey, Chiaki. Sorry, I was dozing for a bit. You didn't look like you were dozing, you look like you were completely asleep while standing up. Anyway, what's this huge building? It looks like some sort of ruins or historical landmark. Ancient ruins, that's what you think too. It's not just a typical ancient ruin, don't you think? I don't know how to say it clearly, but... Yes, it's a mysterious building. It feels like a special place. Special place? Oh, I'll check around here a bit more so you can go somewhere else. Come on, just go somewhere else. You're going. Really wants to be alone so you can sleep without being interrupted. I get it, but you better not sleep. Let me know if you discover anything. Leave it to me. Geez, you're completely doing your own thing, but as long as one isn't, it's even more annoying to deal with. Okay, so we got kicked out of the ancient ruin. I hope there wasn't a Monokuma there, because obviously you can't access it. Library. Ooh, let me a good library. Greetings, Mr. Corners. How is it going? Ooh, I see. Wow, that's an impressive amount of books. It's probably a library, but nevertheless it looks pretty overwhelming. There we go.
Huh? I've been found?
Got one of them. It's too hot. I'm probably gonna get cranky again. But, you know, we're playing this and I like this, so hopefully it's distracting. This is a bronze statue of Monokuma. It looks so arrogant. What a teased. It's a lot of books. A lot of them are really fancy covers. They might actually be very valuable. Well, to a guy like me who can't even read them, they're basically ornaments. Why can't you read them? Surveillance cameras. Storage statue. Aye. The bronze statue of Monomi, I mean Asami, before she got redesigned. Looks like it broke when it got dropped. Getting treated like a nuisance even a statue, that's pretty sad. Language. Didn't feel like forcing myself to read them. French, Italian, I don't even know.
I see.
Such an interesting description. What are you reading? Are those political books or maybe some kind of philosophy? The newest cult issue of a cult magazine breaks the lid off underground mysteries and the wonders of the world. That's quite a surprise.
You
It's
are
not
wrong.
like I read it often. I'm just reading because it is a special article about serial killers. That's not a good excuse at all.
However...
It seems like this writer has very good taste. I mean, even Genocide Jack is mentioned in the article. Yay! Shout out to Genocide Jack. That Genocide Jack or whatever. I feel like I've heard about her before.
Most tight.
Genocide Jack is an alleged Japanese serial killer who has a reputation even among casual internet users. She's very popular among youths and is known for writing messages in blood at the scene of the crime.
Wow!
Apparently, she's a high school or middle school student who wears a sailor uniform. Be careful, Hajime. Do you know how many high school or middle school girls wear sailor uniforms these days?
See?
This one is a particular favourite of mine. Sparkling justice is a regular subject of these kinds of exclusive articles. I should explain to you just in case. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who calls themselves the ally of justice.
Also...
Wearing a wide variety of hero masks, Sparkling Justice is a delightful serial killer who only kills criminals. Sonia, calm down.
Amazing!
Thanks to the masks Sparkling Justice wears, no one knows their real age or gender. After all, it is essential that serial killers be mysterious. What an expert, yes?
Hey.
You two, I've been listening in for a while now, but why are you talking about mere murderers with such enthusiasm? I haven't done any talking.
Please wait.
It's a mistake to refer to these people as mere murderers. It's clearly a special interest. A talk, this could be useful.
See?
Coming in contact with a value system that differs from your own is a very important point. Serial killers, their value system is very different than the norm. Marvellous existence. I'm totes intrigued. Is this kind of like a young lady crushing on a bad boy situation? Regardless, it's clearly difficult for a princess who's obsessed with serial killers. Go.
Honestly.
I agree that serial killers have different values than normal people, but why does that make them marvellous? Sonia's values might be a little different compared to our own. Well, she's a princess after all.
Surprise!
Still surprised. Never expected to find such a splendid facility. It rivals even my homeland's national library. But isn't it strange? I mean, the resort really needed a library like this. I mean, I'd be happy if a resort had a library like that, provided that I could read the books.
I am concerned.
That is very true, and just as expected, no one is here either. You're right. The fact that we're the only humans around here is even more strange. Simulation! Nanami is here. I'm reading a book. Since you've come here, would you like me to explain this library to you? I see. It's clear from your face I'm a nuisance. Since I was more energetic than usual, I feel even emptier now. And what about your explanation?
Got it?
You're basically students, right? I was thinking you needed a place where you could do homework. So I prepared this library. Prepared? You? Everyone get along and study together. It's a duty to study. Don't act like a teacher.
Hey!
A teacher. You're even more confusing than Monokuma. So what's your real identity? What's your purpose? Real identity? Now that's silly. Goodbye. Running away is just things getting convenient. It's even more suspicious.
However...
I cannot believe that she is the one who prepared this grand facility. Did I say hello to Yuriki? I don't remember. Anyway, hello everyone who's watching. I'm sorry, I'm very lethargic today. It is very hot. It is like 30 outside, it's 29 inside. None of which is a good combination. At least there's a breeze, but it does not make it any better, so I am achy and tired and trying to hydrate because my insides are dehydrated. Even though I've had lots to hide. I've had lots of hydration. It's just obviously it's hot, so I am dehydrating quicker. Basically, it sucks. I cannot believe she had everything within this grand facility. Yeah, she's probably lying.
I see.
According to this island's guidebook, many of their guests are wealthy and stay for weeks at a time.
Which means?
These are all probably things that they donated. Hold on, did you say this on guidebook? I found it in this library. Would you like to take a look? Jabberwock Island. What island? What language is this? I have no clue. Oh, it's English! Jabberwock Island. Please enjoy. We hope you enjoy your visit. Jabberwock Island is a small island in the Pacific Ocean. Something paradise of eternal summer. Jabberwock, something small central island surrounded by, I'm assuming 5 smaller ones. The something islands were developed as resorts, while the something houses an administration building. Something lobby of this building symbolizes, and then Chandler Beach resorts.
Then
I shall read it on your behalf. You can read it, Sonia? I am fluent in 30 different languages. It's a requirement for all members of the royal family. 30 languages? Does the royal family have a limit? Jabberwock Island is a small island in the Pacific Ocean known for being a paradise of eternal sunlight. Sounds horrible. That is what it says. This is exactly what Byakuya told us before. Jabberwock Island consists of a small central island surrounded by 5 other islands. The outer islands were developed as resorts, while the central island houses a large administrative building. It does? Have we found that one yet? Huh?
it is strange, no?
That is strange. I mean, the central island of Jabberwock Island has a park and the Monokuma things. There are no sign of any buildings at all. The only things there were the Monokuma Rock and the park. Also, according to this guidebook, it says that there's a bronze statue in the lobby of that building which symbolises the island. Isn't that statue? So there's supposed to be a building around that? Are you talking about that bronze statue turned in the Monobeast? But that statue's in the middle of a park, not lobby of some building.
Please wait.
That is not all. There is another description that strikes me as strange. According to this guidebook, the only way to travel between the 5 islands is by a boat. While some people wanted bridges, critics worried about their effect on the environment so none were built. What does that mean, and what are we using to move between islands? There's a possibility that this place is an artificial island, like Palm Jumeirah. Palm Jumeirah? Artificial island?
Well?
Palm Jumeirah is a huge artificial island and tourist site located in the Persian Gulf. Similarly, this island may be an artificial island designed to look like Jabberwock Island. Or it's a simulation!
It cannot be.
That especially might be why we are the only ones on this island.
Just kidding.
Well, something like this would be impossible anyway. No island of this size could be completely artificial. The guidebook must be old too. It contradicts everything about the island's current situation.
Well done.
My, you're very intuitive to assume this is an artificial island. Now you're here.
Hey!
However, those guys are the only ones who could do something on such a massive scale. Those guys? The hint is, no, you're the anomalous organisation you guys were talking about before. It's true that those guys totally deserve to be called a horrible group of people. Who are you talking about? As a slip of the tongue, I should excuse myself before it leaks on the internet. Hey, hold on a second. But before my voice could reach him, Monokuma disappeared as usual.
It cannot be.
Could it be that this island is completely artificial? There's no way that's true. There's no way. That guidebook's probably just old.
You are right.
That's right. It's obviously what Ez is just saying strange things to confuse us. Damn it, there's no way I'll fall for that.
It cannot be. You are right. Honestly.
Okay, so we've done everything we can in here. It's a pharmacy. Drug cosmetics. I mean, that is a thing. Oh. Ha! It looked like something was on the shelf. Okay, so that's 2. Are we assuming there's 5 again? It is the nurse in here. There's a lot of stuff working. Let's that make him more potent. What's with you? I'm sorry, I got too excited. I started shouting. I'm so happy that someone talked to me. I thought people like that hated me or were grossed out by me. These are such sad choices. More importantly, is this a drugstore? It looks pretty spacious. It looks like there's no one here either. What is medical supplies? I'm pretty sure we can handle most illnesses or injuries. If you don't feel well, let me know. I'll give you lots of shots. Lots of shots. That sounds dangerous when it comes to shots, I should definitely decline. Nina. Snake wants his thunder. Let's try going inside. Huh, that looks like... Ah.
Huh?
Oh, it's you.
Dumbass!
Trying to eat right now. Go away, dumbass. Fuyuhiko suddenly started yelling at me as I had a hamburger in one hand. Why is he here? He's at the restaurant. Why does he know about the new island? Here, how'd you find out we could go to this island? You're a monkey or something. Do you not understand human language?
Shut the hell up!
Told you to leave me alone when I'm eating.
Jeez.
An annoying person went out of their way to tell me. Annoying person. And I found this place and now I'm eating here because I'm hungry. Mystery stop. Jappy now, so get out of here and go somewhere else. Hey, about that annoying person.
It's got nothing to do with you!
Initially it does have to do with me. Don't know what you're thinking, but we're all in the situation together. I'm not the only one stuck on this island, we have to work together. You should know that by now, too, so why are you avoiding us? Not avoiding you bastards. Just decide not to rely on anyone. Not to rely on anyone? Includes the Kazuria clan. I can still survive without relying on them. Huh? Are you actually...
Don't misunderstand.
Don't get it twisted. I'm a Yakuza by blood. It's not like I don't want to have the family business someday. I just want to prove I've earned it. Prove I can tough it out on my own without relying on my clan. Plus, even if I fail, my clan will still be around. My little sister will be happy to lead it. Oh, you have a little sister?
Shut the hell up!
Why'd you let me bring that up anyway? Brought that up yourself.
Anyway.
Don't tend to spine any time with you guys. Nothing good could come of it. Nothing good could come of it? Isn't it obvious? This kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifetime. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teruteru, prove. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're saying that...
Of course.
Of course I sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. Even if you don't actually mean that, you're awful just for saying it. You're the one that spoke at me without my permission, so don't get pissed at me. You're so upset you don't have to stick around. What the hell, it was stupid of me to talk to a guy like him. Yeah, but, you know... Can we go back to the parking lot? So I'd like to explore that as well. Okay, so down there. And that's here. Spain restaurant sign is freaking. There's a beach. Love a good beach. Scream. Voice just now. Wasn't that Ibuki? Diner friends. Oh, we can move. Oops. Vicky, you're right. What happened?
Emergency!
What's going on?
Blah, 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 blah.
Killing starts again. Huh?
Pointing!
Glance over to the beach where you're pointing your finger. Ah.
Your speed is adequate, but it's still not enough. Each blow you land is too soft.
What the heck is this?
You're not using your muscles properly. Your athletic body is going to waste.
Shut up! All I gotta do is win.
What was that? You're gonna win? Against me? That's quite absurd!
Ah!
No! The killing has not started again. They're just, you know, asserting their dominance or practicing or something. Hard enough if you learned your lesson.
We're done for!
You come out and need I's ultimate move, super body blow. That's instant death. If she's lucky, she'll live another 5 minutes at best.
Sheesh.
Kane, at your current power level, you cannot even defeat a mere team manager. What are you saying? Why are you guys fighting?
Huh?
This isn't a fight. Inside a beatdown. It's even worse. The rules for the school trip clearly state excessive violence is prohibited.
Training!
Yeah. Training. Does it look like a real fight?
Huh?
I'm just a team manager. No way I'll be able to fight for real.
Training!
We both agreed to this training session. I'm not violating any rules at all. So why the sudden interest in training? I mean, people are dying. I've got to admit it.
What
She's a
the?
thief.
Fool!
She's not a weakling who'd get killed by a weak blow like that. You look pretty strong, but I couldn't help it but get excited. I thought sparring would help me burn off some of this energy but I lost. More importantly, there's a lot of strong dudes in this world, yeah?
Aww.
Oh, what a bunch of people-loving troublemakers.
I see.
Kane, it seems you're the type who learns through actions rather than words, so I shall give you one piece of advice. How you use your body and muscles, your positioning and your timing, it's all half-assed. You are not utilising your ultimate gymnast talents well at all.
Pay attention!
Make sure you understand the basics. Should always be second-rate if you just rely on instinct.
You.
Shut up.
Then...
If you understood what I said, come see me again when that time comes. I'll fight you once again.
Don't forget.
You better not forget what you just said. My desire to win is pretty crazy.
I'll show you my serious
I
side.
won't give up until I beat you. With wobbling steps, Akane left the beach. However, if she fought that fiercely just with her own style, how ominous. My hands are still numb.
That girl.
She's probably gonna
She's
get
probably
even
gonna
stronger.
get even stronger.
Oh,
Yeah, you're probably right.
I didn't expect that to be voiced. What kind of conversation is this? Okay, so confusing. Right.
Huh? Are you serious?
Okay, so last time there were like 3, well, there was one in my thing that was really out in the open. 3 in the open, 1 after, 1 in the investigation period. No, 2 in the investigation period, 1 in the victim's cabin. So I don't know whether it's going to follow a pattern or not.
Oh!
You too. Basics, the foundation for everything. Oh, I get that, but training that resembles an actual fight would be fun, but just be careful not to get hurt both of you.
Impossible!
Injuring an athlete would disgrace me as a team manager. In fact, the stronger you get, that's what being a battle lovers are about. My conclusion is that. It's way too hot. Sunny beach on here is not helping. I leveled up. This is a beach house since it's near the edge of the beach, but it looks pretty luxurious. I guess it's a celebrity-style beach house. closet. Kazuichi. Shower room. Repaired or under construction.
Yo!
Doesn't this feel awesome, like a celebrity's pad or something? Showers out of order, but the ambiance is nice and the fridge is stocked with loads of drinks. Plus the beach outside feels so private, it's awesome. Compared to urban seas that are full of trash and debris, this place is completely different. We're the only ones in this island anyway, so everywhere we go is a private beach.
Hey!
Don't shatter my dreams like that.
That's right!
Importantly, why don't we splash around at the sunny beach? Awesome, totally awesome. Splashing around at such a gorgeous beach is really the best. He's his usual happy-go-lucky self. Well, I guess that's one of his good qualities.
Miss Sonia!
I wonder if Miss Sonia would come too. I want to see Miss Sonia. Don't be creepy, dude.
Whoa!
It's here.
Hey!
Why not? Are you trying to interfere with my love life with Miss Sonia?
I won't forgive you.
Oh, changing in the beach house is prohibited. It would be bad if shameful peeking occurred. So you mean changing here isn't allowed, not going to the beach house itself? Beach itself. Then I'll just have to come here after changing. I'm never going to give her up. We might let her down though.
Got it?
We just got rickrolled. Anyway, breaking the rules is not allowed. Also, playing is fine, but please focus on your studies too.
You guys?
Uh-huh. Where's the rule breaker? I'll beat the crap out of them. No questions asked.
Yeah.
And you? What are you holding? A machine gun, obviously. Rule breakers will be shot to death. That's just common sense.
Hey!
It's common sense where? It's not like we're under a military dictatorship. Want to shoot something. I'm not allowed to, but I really want to shoot something right now. Try yourself.
Hold it
I
here.
have
Hold
in willpower, so I'll enjoy it no matter the cost until someone breaks the rules. As you can see, it's very dangerous, so please refrain from changing at the beach house. That was totally bizarre. Found they're annoying. Yeah, I feel very tired all of a sudden. Which reminds me. You mentioned Nagito at the restaurant because she looked pretty unsettled by something. You should ask him about that. Which reminds me, I have something to ask you.
Huh?
What? It's about Nagito.
Whoa!
I haven't seen that guy all day. Do you know where he is? Oops.
Well...
Seriously, don't ask me. Who cares about that crazy-ass bastard? I think he's been locked up somewhere. I need to search this island first and foremost. There might be a way to escape.
How annoying!
So let's just end all annoying talk right here. That's it, all done. He ended the conversation very forcefully, just as I thought. He's definitely hiding something.
Hajime.
Oh, it's you. Chiaki, what happened?
Well,
I'm letting everyone else know too, but can you come to the ancient ruins on this island right away? You can, right away. Okay, hurry up. Then I'll push you to and she might find some kind of clue. I guess I should head over to the ancient ruins. Oh, well, I'm guessing he's in the closet in here. But also I didn't get to finish exploring, and I didn't talk to breeder guy.
Oh?
The heck is this? It's a gigantic building.
however,
It's clearly faded. It looks like an ancient ruin.
well,
Seems perhaps this is an actual ancient ruin.
what's going on?
How should I say this? Don't you think this building resembles a school? Oh. Oh my god, it does. With that door. I've just seen the door. The door looks like the door they exited out of. It's weird. School? Now that you mention it, I don't know how, but I do see what it means. There might be a resemblance to Hope's Peak Academy. There are a lot of similar looking buildings. It's just a coincidence this is the ruin. Looks similar. That's a coincidence, right? You found something, right, Chiaki? What did you find?
Hey, bastard!
Fucking cut you if it's a waste of time. No, I didn't know you were also here. Bitch over there kept bugging me, so I finally came. Did you maybe find a way to get off this island?
Nope.
Thing like that.
Aww.
Cares, I could have played in the bath with my Harry some more.
Let me ask.
Then what did you find? Check you found something. I wonder what it is. Ambiance.
It appears, however.
Nah, Kazuichi and Nekomaru seemed uncomfortable. Okay.
Hey.
No.
Get it together!
Yeah.
Jeez!
All right.
Hey, bastard!
Let me
Jesse.
tell you this. Aha!
He didn't find anything useful. Well, we didn't meet him, so.
Huh?
Yeah, it's super windy. My curtains keep blowing in and out.
Wow! I see.
Okay, so we met up with everybody except the two girls that were having a shower and the breeder guy. What's the beep beep? It's just the cursor. Hey Chiaki, what did you find? It's not a way for this island. Does it have something to do with this island's secret? About that I don't know.
Hey.
What do you mean you don't know? It's like it doesn't belong with a building like this. I keep thinking about it. It feels unnatural. Like a comic book originally about a baseball becoming a scrolling action game. It's unnatural like that. It's a little hard to understand.
See?
Look, that door over there. Door? It's hard to make. Yeah, it was just because there were lots of things to select. I can see if I can turn the UI sound down. Maybe that'll be better. Come on here, see if my pet has pooped. It has. It's hard to make out from the depths, but this is the door you mean, right?
That's right.
It looks like this is the door to the ruin.
Hey.
So what's wrong with this door? Can you go inside? Before we attempt to go inside, let's try brushing off some of the dust and clearing some of these root things around the door. If you do, I'm sure you understand what I mean by unnatural.
For now.
Don't really understand, but I guess we should try what she says. You're right. Just as Chiaki said, we brushed off the dust and cleared the roots that stuck to the door. And then... Yeah, what is this door? It doesn't feel like it belongs in an ancient ruin.
What's going on?
It's like a door from a sci-fi movie, don't you think? It definitely doesn't fit with an ancient ruin. And what's the symbol on the door?
Oh?
It looks like it's in Japanese.
Oh!
Totally right. I'm sorry if I just misunderstand. To me, it looks like it says Mirai or future. Future?
Bastard!
No, who cares about a symbol on the door? More importantly, as you open it, what's inside?
Hey,
It looks like there's a liquid crystal display next to the door. Could the two be related?
Hey,
Oh right, that must be the key to open the door. Probably set to open when you type the password.
yes, yes.
Team on high and mighty, so what's next? It's obviously impossible to put the password in without any hints. You saying a normal person can't open it, but the Yakuza can? That's hilarious.
Shut up!
We'll just type whatever, we might get it right.
Hold it.
I think we should wait. Doesn't that seem dangerous?
Huh?
What do you mean dangerous?
See?
Because that thing next to the panel, doesn't it look like a gun? In fact, that's totally a gun. Gun? That's a gun.
So,
It is, it's probably very dangerous. It's possible you might get shot if you mess up the password, right?
Yeah.
Damn it. Also now made the music too loud. Can't be helped. Looks like it's better if we don't mess with it now. It's totally freaked out.
Shut the hell up!
You do it then. Still, a building that looks like an ancient room with a door that's from a sci-fi film. It's definitely unnatural. It's probably an important place. Important place, huh? Problem is, how is it important? You're both quiet.
I'll beat you up.
You guys know about this building too, right? Just honest with us.
I'm sorry.
I don't know either. For now, everyone should focus on gathering the hope fragments.
I won't be fooled!
Hey, there's no way you guys don't know. Don't just show up and tell someone lousy lies. You guys are the ones who covered that door with dust, right? I thought you guys were heading out on purpose.
Hey,
Hey, don't talk like we're equals.
I'm sorry. You nasty pig bar. Bye.
Still been streaming, just not as much, Jesse. I figured, you know, you're busy with things. But it is good to see you keep doing some strips. It's possible there's a connection between the door and the region inside is uninhabited. For example, this place might be a shelter and magnetic inside.
Hey.
Has something happened that make him hide inside a shelter, so we're all screwed.
You're getting all riled up.
Several possibilities crossed my mind. Looks like there's no way to confirm it yet. That door is really sturdy. But not in a material sense. More essential than that.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Hey,
Since even though Monami and I can go as we please, we enter what's behind that door. You can't go inside too. Does that mean you're the same as me?
Hey, keep your tongue in your mouth.
My body can't handle a supersonic meteor rush like that.
Well now.
You now. Not that I've shut my sister up with a fantastic Pegasus meteor fist. This is the mystery of Jabberwock Island, a mystery Monami and I can't solve. If I have expectations for you guys, one day you'll be able to solve that mystery. Seems easy enough. All we've got to do is remember what the black and white telegram said before. Why are there 16 of you? A total of 15 students from Hope's Peak
I
Academy.
got it.
It's probably a traitor I don't even know about hiding among the group. There we go, that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the thing. Just kidding.
I know.
There's a traitor among us. That's what the ugly tanuki said before.
Fine, fine.
Aww, calling me ugly and a tanuki. These kinds of silly names don't depress me slightest.
Hello!
He's totally depressed. If there's a traitor, they probably know how to open the door, right? There's probably boats or a way to connect the outside world beyond that door. Or maybe whoever's controlling Monokuma and Mono is hiding there.
What?
Do you really think there's a traitor among us?
No shit.
Of course there is. What is it? Hurry up and confess.
That's...
Listen, there's no traitor anywhere.
Hey, bastard.
Monokuma, what's about you? You know the one that mentioned it? What's so funny?
Hey, hey!
Just have you guys heard of a organization called World Ender? World Ender? Hey, I'm the one asking you a question. Don't change the subject.
Come
I
on!
understand why you'd want to just ignore it. World Ender is such an embarrassing name. So embarrassing that only middle school students, no wait, elementary school students could come up with it. It's unavoidable because that organization actually exists.
So what?
So what is this organization? It's literally what it says. These guys enter the world. Enter the world?
Hey,
It's not an overstatement or a metaphor, you know. These guys really need to end the world. So I don't think you think it's appropriate to call them world enders?
So
You
basically...
mean the terrorist organization? Terrorist, huh? That might be accurate. Who loses a terrorist if they manage to win? They become heroes. Doesn't look like winning. Looks like lots of people died. In that sense, they're more like heroes. They're the heroes who entered the...
What's going on?
So what? Don't say things that don't make sense. Don't tell me you're going to say this organization is the one putting us through all this crap. World Ender, are you saying that you and Monomi are also members of that organization?
who knows?
Only thing I can tell you is the organization the traitor is working for, the ones who brought you to this island. World Ender is behind it all.
Are you kidding me?
Why are we being targeted by a horrifying organization like that?
Don't panic.
It's just another made-up story to trick us, like when he said we lost our school memories. I can't suspend my disbelief something as ridiculous as World Ender. No way that organization, the traitor, exists.
Stay back.
Monokuma, I shall listen to your spout nonsense all you want while I puff cigar smoke at your lifeless body.
That's...
Mime. It's kind enough to keep you guys informed. Are you calling me a liar?
What the heck?
And if you keep acting like that, I'll do this and that to your various body parts.
Silence!
Anyway, I'm telling the truth. The Bender organization is the final boss of this island. It's one of their members is hidden among you guys. I mean, Nagita's first thought, and possibly Byakuya, because he was in the first game, and that was the crossover. But could be any of them, and you know, I've already been fooled by one person, so I'm probably not gonna guess. That's why you got a traitor and kill him dead.
Hey!
Stop.
I'm gonna
Shut up,
punish
Monomi.
you.
Big brother defying trash like you needs to be punished.
No!
Oh, I'm gonna come off. Monokuma and Monomi departed from the area, leaving the rest of us dazed and confused. What was just that just now?
What's going on?
Has anybody understood what he was talking about? Not a clue.
Hey.
For now, since the sun is setting, we should just go home for the day. It's a waste of time for us to keep thinking about this. You're probably right.
Hey.
It's getting dark soon, so going home might be a better idea. Let's just call it a day. Do I have to? I wasn't finished exploring. After exploring the new island all we've uncovered, there are more mysteries. So we know what's ahead and beyond that reality, we're going heading back to our cottages. Yes, it looks like it's 5 per whatever. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 per island, maybe then? And then possibly more at the top, I don't know. It looks like there could be potentially 5 special ones at the top. Maybe in the last area, I don't know. I'm dead tired from walking around all day. Jeez, I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's starting to make my head hurt. Ancient ruins, strange doors, traitors, and world ender? No idea what's going on anymore. I don't even feel anxious about it. Guess I should go to sleep for now. With that, I leave my exhausted body on the bed and close my eyes. Monokuma, better!
I don't like this.
My least favorite fruit is definitely crab. I also don't like apples, tomatoes, and seasoned trout eggs. I also don't like red foods at all. Foods are red because they have crab inside of them. It's actually a conspiracy by the crab industry to try and make me overcome my disgust. There's no way I fall for that. I will never ever eat red foods. You see, our society is filled with various hidden conspiracies that are closer than you might think.
Please look forward to the next Monokuma Theater!
Sure, you guys, be careful too. Ding dong, ding dong. Good.
Ahem. Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone! Looks like today is gonna be another perfect tropical day! Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today!
Morning already, huh? Feels like morning came so quickly, like the night got skipped or something. Explains why I feel so tired. But I'm hungry and I should just go to the restaurant and eat something. So that was the beachy part, but obviously the other guy was somewhere on that road between there and there, and we just never went past him. It's a shame. One conversation we missed having. Hi, Gum Gum.
Stay back.
Do not speak to me, everyone. What the heck?
How
The
pitiful.
wind is running amok today. It's carrying the lost souls of Byakuya and Teratoro. Are they destined to be cradled against the heavenly mother's bosom, or burned in the fires of Gehenna? Perhaps you should pray for them, human child. It's possible that prayer might save their souls. Now I shall take my leave. Alright, guys, the same as usual. BDF. I feel such nostalgia for the Japanese dinner dishes my servant used to prepare. My servant must be annoyed to cook stuff like that. However, no one matches the stomach, stop being saddled at breakfast.
Good nom nom numbing! Meow!
Do you know how many hours I used? Who knows? Oh, there, you called him in and given him the shivers. You should talk about it more, you know. Shoot me with your word arrows. Thinking about Byakuya made me feel really sad, so I'm trying super hard to stay upbeat. About Byakuya?
I see, I see.
He was truly awesome. Sounds easy to keep promise to the very end, but I think it's actually really hard. You're right, especially in this such a situation. Actually die like that. Also, I just realised that she's wearing a sailor outfit. I think, you know, it's meant to sort of mimic the whole genocide Jack. Jill, the author.
Aww.
No, she didn't have to say that last bit. Good morning, Nekomon. What is it? Hajime, do you mean talk to me about something? What's wrong? What are you so surprised about? No need to worry, I'll head to the restaurant first. Okay. So my imagination is seeming weirder than usual. Okay, I'm wondering if they've locked the guy up somewhere.
Yo!
I'm starving. Let's hurry up and get some food. It's not that the restaurant's bad food, but compared to Terra's food is so. Those party dishes, they were seriously good. It was like I'd eat as much as I wanted. I wanted to keep eating his food. I know. Aw, grinning like this isn't like me. I'm probably actually strange because I'm so hungry.
Right.
Gotta go eat. Going to the restaurant, my hero? No, sorry, I was thinking about Teruto.
What's going on?
I know Kuma said Teruto's motive was boring.
That's impossible!
That wasn't boring at all. I mean, it's your mum. She's like your most important family member, you know. I agree. Of course, that doesn't mean I can accept what Teruto did either.
But...
Still, if my family...
Hey.
I'm sorry, it's nothing. Even though I think what Teruto did was stupid, it'd be bad if I allowed Monokuma to influence me too.
Obviously.
That's right, I'm never going to follow Monokuma's orders. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Never mind. You came at the right time. What do you think, Ajumi? Do you think about what? It's not obvious. The thing you said about a world traitor in a world ender. I'm asking if you know anything about it. One night's sleep. There's no way I suddenly find out anything.
What's going on?
Oh, that's obvious. The same goes to me too.
Honestly.
I didn't get enough sleep because of that baffling nonsense.
But...
I wonder if it's really true. There's a traitor among us. Yes, but...
No!
No need to worry at all. You don't have to worry. Traitor at all. I've by the chance a worst case scenario.
Impossible!
Even in a worst case scenario, you don't have to worry about the traitor.
That's weird.
What do you mean you're being awfully certain about it?
Behold!
Of course. In fact, that so-called traitor is tied up at the moment and can't move at all. Huh?
It cannot be.
Tied up, you say? Referring to Nagito, whom we have not seen since yesterday? Who else could it be? Nagito's the traitor. What about the other part where you said he was tied up and can't move?
Oh, crap!
Hey, Kazuichi, what should we do?
Hey!
Dumbass, don't rope me into this. The final we work together to... Crap. Guys are both idiots.
You.
Hey, what does this mean?
I mean...
Well, you know, it's not where you can let him run free. I mean, he tried to put someone in danger, you know. Terra committed a murder because that guy attempted him, right? So that makes him a killer too. It's necessary to deal with him in an appropriate way.
Honestly.
So that's why you left him tied up. However, that cannot be helped. He is quite dangerous. Should I put him? He's creepy. I don't want to badmouth him.
Emergency!
He's a little creepy. He's creepy to the max. His creepiness is so high I could sell tickets to see it.
Good instinct.
It's truly a nice line. Every fibre of my being agrees with you. That's right, there is no existence more troublesome than that of an incomprehensible human.
Fall,
What they like, what they hate, what makes them happy, what makes them angry. It's normal for all beings to have standards rooted in their experience so they can predict their opponent's actions. But at times, those standards do not work on certain opponents. They are the most faithful opponents of all.
How pitiful.
Establishing a relationship with such human is impossible.
Hey!
You should be more careful. You're teaching on the edge yourself.
And?
Anyway, where did you tie up Nikito? Dining hall in the old hotel building. That's where Byakuya got killed. He needs to reflect on what he did at that place. So you're saying it's better to kill off a troublesome ally before they turn into an enemy. Killed him? Oh, he's obviously alive. I only knocked him out so we could tie him up. Then what should we do with Nagito at this point? Let's hear everyone's opinion. I mean, he's gonna die if by, like, absentia if you don't give him water and food. And also bathroom breaks, but, you know. And what should we do with Nagito at this point? Let's hear everyone's opinion. It's not safe to let him walk around freely. There's no telling what he'll end up doing next. He's also the most likely person to be the traitor. So, isn't it okay if we just keep him tied up for a while? Let's check. She's still eating a lot.
I see. I see.
If so, it would seem to be better for watching for a while. Bad if we don't give me your drink. You might end up dying for real. Thank you, Sonia. Oh, no, that was me. Thank you, me. I know that already.
Aww.
Jeez, I didn't expect you would do something like that. Why should you treat it more like an achievement? I thought the tiny boy was up to something again. Who are you calling the tiny boy? You're here.
Jeez.
Figures, you guys are messed up. And my curtain really is wanting to escape today. Is that what you guys do? If you don't like your buddy, you corner them. All you sheep acting all righteous. What'd you say? We didn't do anything wrong. Oh, did the shitty sheep all bleat at me?
What did you say?
One more bastard that needs to get tied up.
Bastard!
Try it if you dare, bastard.
Shut up! Shut up!
You can threaten me, but I'm not scared. You're just a pipsqueak with that there, because you're your clan backing you up.
What'd you say?
Just stop.
Enough. Knock it off, you two. You bastards, I'll make sure you regret that later.
Huh?
It's just a whiny little. Kazuichi, let's just stop this already.
Aww.
Jeez, all this fighting. I can tell it's not going to be easy in the future. Future? I wonder if we even have a future.
Hey!
Don't start mumbling like that. If you do, I'll get depressed too.
I'm sorry!
Too. On top of this island's mysteries, now there's also Nikito and Fuyuhiko to deal with. Cheers is just one thing after another. In that uncomfortable atmosphere, we finished our breakfast and left for our respective cottages. So what should I do today? There's no way I can just stay here and do nothing. Free time! Firstly, we go to the beach and play the machine thing to get presents, because we like presents. Went the wrong way. Okay, so I actually feel like we need to probably go talk to them first. But now I want to go to the. I'll come back. I want to go to the beach and time for a break again soon. Stinky. What was that? Got a Kugel cupcake. Coconut! Falcorth mufflin. Okay. Fresh bindings. Passionate glasses. Fries gold. Heart. Men's Memo. Radio songs. Oh no, no! Oh, it was what I thought it was. Oh, okay, we can give that to our nervous nurse then. It's stinky. Ah, I didn't break the bottle, obviously, but... Wooden stick. Monomi mode. Okay. Okay. Water, snap bracelets. Camera. Oh, there's that box of tissues. I've got a knife. Great. Oh, I got a blue. Good stuff, isn't it neat? Collected 50 unique presents. I got pre-packaged Orzotto. Biggest phantom. Oh, look, it was a cooking device. It's faux. Nice. Gold-coated sheath. Ooh, bamboo. Oh, I can talk to the sword lady. Mini wave dissipators. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Makuru's knife. Big Academy. Okay. Right. We get going. Okay, let me just save. I'm just gonna have a quick break. Do a stretch. Move the curtain out of the way so I can actually see what I'm doing. Ah. Okay, maybe there was like a hang on. Maybe it was an auto-save at that point. There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have a quick break and I'll be right I'll be back in a few minutes. Not right back. I'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, it's hot. I'm trying to contemplate what I had for dinner tonight. And it's like everything involves making food and I don't want to put the oven on. We're just going to check all the areas. The people, go back to the hotel and then go on to the second island. How much do we need? Purchase everything from here. Five, 8, 10, 15, 17, 27, 33, 40, 42, 44, 144, 244, 344 coins. And we already have a camera, but I think there's an achievement for purchasing everything from the vending machine. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits. General types of items. Oh. That might be different. I think we picked up like water last time. And we've got 25%. We only got one, so... Yeah, there was no guide. Okay. There was a walkthrough. Throughout the process, whether you got from the vending machine or through chance. Okay. So I've already got 25% of the items from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I had that one 5, 6. That makes sense. So I don't actually have to buy them from the vending machine. I can if I want to. You know, there's a guide that if I need. I just wanted to see whether it was types meant like, you know, food and jewelry and books and whatever, or, you know, something else. So the fact that it means just the items and you don't need to actually buy them from the vending machine, that's fine. I'll keep using my $1 thingy. I think everyone's probably just going to be either at the hotel or the second island.
I see.
I'm sure everyone believes they don't want to fight, but I guess you can always get what you want. I mean, I do... Okay, so I don't think necessarily that counts. I don't know. Can you talk to him? That's the question. Don't want to see him right now. Okay. Answer that question. I mean, who do I want to talk to today? I don't know. And there's only one cow. Because canonically the other one was eaten. At least I think... Oh, no, maybe it was just 2 cows in that thing. I don't know. I'm gonna do some more spinning. I like spinning this thing. Go on, where's repeat? I think that's new. That's new. New. Repeat. 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 No. No. Repeat. Oh, but lucky. No. 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 Repeat. No, I think. No, possibly. That's a repeat. That's the civet coffee that we gave to Bayakia. That's the hope one, so that's a repeat. And that's a repeat of one we just got. Two-sided ukulele, interesting. Broken warhead. Wow. Deep. Deal with the bear hairpin. Deal with pen. Iguana daughter. Secret one. Sayaka! From the first game. I'm wondering how far in the future this is sent. I kind of want to talk to Sword Lady, maybe. Possibly Chiaki again. Oh, I think I put it in auto. This is the... How many people did I get to hang out with last time? It was 3. And we picked Crazy Guy, the guy that got murdered, and our friend Kazuichi. Oh no, 4. Let's have 4 conversations. Okay. She's in the farm. We do want to talk to the nurse lady, I think. And Akane. Okay, well, we'll just grow our things first. We've got 18 steps. Snake laid an egg with a little bow and went away. Okay. So maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, and we got a present. Wow! Got 100 coins. I love you, Snake. Ramu and coconut juice. And a bloop. Come and keep him. Okay. So. Right.
Don't forget. I'm gonna do it!
Battle me a little. Okay. I agreed to become Akane's battle partner and saw my life flash before my eyes more than once. Looks like Akane and I grew a little closer. Yes. The marble plugs the opening. Okay. Coconut juice. Yeah. I'm gonna go with food. You giving this to me? You know me so well. Yay!
Yo!
What? What's your name again? It's Hajime? Hajime Hinata? Oh right, that sort of sounds like your name. Sorry, I keep forgetting somehow. I'll remember easier if you keep giving me food or something. Are you an animal?
Yo!
Oh well, later. Huh. Wait, hold on, we only just started talking. Well, even so, I'm not interested in someone who looks like they have low fighting power. Just from looking at you, you're probably around a 2. I don't deal with anything lower than trash, you know. What magical system is that? Like, why are you focusing on fighting power? Doesn't matter in gymnastics, right?
Huh?
Gymnastics? What are you talking about? You're the ultimate gymnast, right? Oh, there. Setting records and winning competitions is easy money. Money? You're doing it for the money?
What?
That's right. Doing it since this really persistent old man convinced me to give it a try. Been running and jumping all over the place ever since I was a kid. You know, it's, what's it called again? A thing where you run non-stop through a bunch of cluttered areas. Parkour? I was kind of talking about that. That's where you keep going as you jump around obstacles. Parkour. That parkour?
I got it.
That's it. You know what the old man called it too. It doesn't matter what it's called. When you got people chasing you, you just naturally end up doing parkour when you're running away from them. You try something sometime, just so you won't get caught. What kind of situations do you get to where you need to do parkour in the middle of a city? Pretty crazy, but I'm not Jenna's how cheerful she is. Old man. Oh, cool. To continue my mostly one-sided conversation with Akane, I left the area. Still try it out. Try going somewhere. We've got more free time! Okay. So, preemptively, if we wanted to talk to Chikari, whereas the second island has Echo and Team Guy, Nurse and Princess. Dinah, Creepy Girl. Okay, so we want to go to the second island and talk to Echo, I think. Oh, and then Rock Lady is there. Alright, 99 steps till next growth. When my hope meters reset, so I think we've got a lot of duplicate presents we can get rid of to get more hope high. We've got 200 coins. BX! I really want to spin the jackpot thingy again. I mean, it's right there. It's do a few more coins. It's like, this is why gambling is a problem. It's very addictive. But also when it's virtual coins, it's fine. As long as you don't spill real money on them, it's fine. Okay. Okay, that's duplicate. No. Ooh, unlucky. No. Excellent. That's new. Ooh, that looks shiny. That's new. No. Repeat. Literally just got one of them. Repeat. I think that's a repeat. That's definitely a repeat. That is a repeat. We gave that to Yeti, I think. That's new. More food. Ooh, I'm lucky. No, more food. Excellent. Oh my god, triple lucky. I think. And that's not new. It's the marble water. Get that from my snake. I'm sure I should know, but lucky. No, that's a vending machine one. That's definitely new. Ah, that's not new. That's not new either. That's new. Shiny. Not new. Sunflower seeds. I'm sure. Not new. We've got one of them at the beginning. No. Not new. We've now got 3 of them. We can give it to our pet. It's fine. Unsure. I think that's new. That's definitely new. Okay. We did 25. We ran. An alcoholic wine. Hot roe baguette. That sounds kind of disgusting. Because that's caviar. And it's raw. I like the baguette. It's just like raw fish. Yes, that is... no. Oh. Oh. Ah. Coconut. Ooh. Rabbit, white rabbit, and red rabbit. Nice. I feel like it's a reference to something, but I don't know. Ah. It's toy. A tiny radio? Desperation. Oh. Interesting. Thought it was a hairbrush. Yeah. Okay. We'll go talk to Sword Lady because we've got present that we'll do for her. Okay, so we'll give it presents. We give it hope. Ah, no worries. Have a fabulous day yourself. Ah, we already have that one. That's fine. We'll just do 5 presents for now. Yeah, it's too hot, it's too hot, it's too hot, it's too hot.
What?
What is it? Do you need me? Yeah.
I don't mind.
However, I don't know if I have anything to say. A lot of time to do discussing various things with Pickle. I think we were a little closer. Would you like to hear more? I would like to give her. Gold-coated sheath. Is it really acceptable for me to receive this?
No.
I will not question your sincerity. Thank you, Hajime. It's cool that we're hanging out, but we're not really talking about anything. Hey, Peiko, do you like kendo?
Yes.
This conversation isn't progressing. Is your house a kendo dojo? Sort of. Sort of?
However...
Is there something wrong with it? No, I was just wondering. I got so it's really intense. Like this if I change the subject. Let's see, a topic that probably won't offend her too much. I know, Peiko, what level are you?
Could it be...
Are you talking about my kendo level? I don't have one. Huh? Dojo trainees typically earn levels corresponding to theirs of training. However, I have no need for that. Why? Don't people normally aim for that kind of advancement?
No.
I have no such aim. My destination has already been decided. Protect who I must, cut who I must cut. Alone is the original purpose of the sword, wielding a blade in its truest sense is my aim.
And so...
That is my reason for existing. To achieve this, I have no use whatsoever for meaningless levels determined by arbitrary rules. I see, Pico isn't just a typical kendo athlete, she truly is the ultimate swordswoman. But I ask such a foolish question about levels. I don't really know much about kendo, but I think you're really cool. You're kind of like a samurai.
What?
Really cool. You say such strange things. No one has ever said that to me before. Well, thank you. Never mind. She seems really awkward. Is she blushing? However, because of the path I've chosen, there are things I've lost as well. Warm and irreplaceable things. What did you lose? Fluffiness. Fluffiness?
Yes.
There are things that are warm and fluffy and soft. A cat that comes to visit the dojo, my childhood friend's dog, and even the finch I had as a pet.
Why?
All animals can sense my menacing presence and run away from me. I just want to touch their soft fur and fluffy feathers to my heart's content. Oh my god, I love you. I see, that's really painful. I'm really surprised. I thought she was going to talk about our past or something. Okay, well what about asking Gundam if he can touch his hamsters next time you see him? He might be able to help you out. Maybe there's a way to keep animals from running away from you. I see. You do have a point. Also, since his hamsters are called the Full Dark Divas of Destruction, they might not get scared of me and run away. I should look for Gundam right now. I always look scary. His hamsters might actually freak out.
Hey.
Thank you for your advice. If you'd like, please come talk to me again. I would love to. We will see. She must be really desperate to touch something fluffy. But based on this, I feel like I was able to significantly pause the distance. Someone might be able to talk to her normal. Yay. Let's go to the room for now. Fluffy, 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 fluffy. Oh no, we only get to talk to 2 people, so it's 2 per thing. That's fine, we got 2 new people. Ding dong, bing bong. There's been 2 in the prologue, can't remember. I don't know. Are there 2 days of free time? I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I know I talked to Nagito and Byakuya. I don't know. I've obviously talked to them again because I've got 2 thingies. Right, but we also have some more hope fragments. Right, okay, we don't have much things. Okay. Great progress. Yeah, we must have had 2 days.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Emergency! Emergency! Students, head over to Jabberwock Park as fast as you can! Come on, hurry up! Whoever gets there first, I'll treat you to my special-made curry rice tomorrow night! Come on, hurry the F up!
That would not be with a compelling reason for me to go faster, because I can't eat curry rice. If it was, you know, egg fried rice. I really wanted egg fried rice on, was it Friday? But my Chinese place was closed, which was annoying. Well, they weren't doing deliveries. But it was a Friday night, so what did I expect? I need to do takeout on a night that's not the busiest night. Wait, he'd actually fall for that. I don't know what he's planning this time around. There's no way I can ignore it. Jabberwock Park again, huh? Sorry, I'm such a slowpoke. I'll head over to the park right away. It's not on purpose. I've tried to leave my cottage as soon as I heard the announcement. Tripped again. I just get a lot of hate for making excuses like this. People probably thinking if you have time for that, then hurry up. Oh, she's seriously so beautiful.
Yahoo!
Alright. First one here. Curry's all mine. She totally took the bait.
Wow!
Indeed, I wonder what kind of curry it is. You too?
Hey, hey!
What's the scientific term for when you get hungry after you hear the word curry?
What are you saying?
You guys are so stupid. Don't get worked up over something so idiotic.
Bastard!
Hey, where the hell is Monokuma? Get out of here.
Thank you for waiting.
Thanks for the miracle of waiting.
All right!
Hey, Monokuma, I was the first one here. That means I get dibs on the curry.
What are you gonna do?
No need to rush, no need to rush. I'll probably treat you to my special made Monokuma curry tomorrow night. Monokuma curry?
What?
It's an extremely delicious curry made from an unknown meat, wilted vegetables, and a mysterious brand of rice.
Hey.
I can't imagine anything delicious based on those ingredients.
Ah.
No worries, it takes skill to make curry naughty.
Good instincts.
Truly is a nice line, but it is meaningless. Now, Monokuma, let us hear what your business is. However, you should know, I, the Supreme Overlord, have very little time to spare, understand?
Go by 4 dark
If this is
devas
something
of
foolish, know that I'll
destruction.
feed your remains.
What?
Noticed it? Reason why I summoned you guys, if you look closely at this park, you should be able to notice. Huh? How's that? You know that TV thing, like right here.
Honestly.
We get XP every time we do this.
What's going?
Huh?
Hey, hey!
Jeez.
All right! Yes!
Man.
Oh.
What?
Who's this? It's an arcade machine.
Correct. Thank you for waiting.
So I would like the long-awaited time to begin. Twilight Syndrome. Oh, don't make me play it. It's supposed to play this game. It's a game. What games are on this? She's totally into it. She's breathing fast. Prepared one game, but it's really a gem. After all, it's a game that I created. I really got to save then, just in case I screw it up. You did?
Then
It is not something I could possibly look forward to playing.
What the heck?
No, don't compare it to those amateur fan service games. You know, that famous game that everyone's been waiting for a sequel for? Well, I made a brand new game instead. Famous game.
I shall now
Half-Life 3
present-
confirmed. Should now present it. Twilight Syndrome Murder Case.
The name of the game is Twilight Syndrome Murder Case.
Oh, okay. I mean, I like it. It's like it's my kind of game. And I'm trying to think what the title is a pun on that is waiting for a sequel. I'm sure Leaky will be able to figure it out. He knows all the games.
What the heck? That's pretty lame. I want to play games about riddle-solving professors or collecting cute monsters.
Stupid! Don't say such silly things. What if we get weighed down by all the quarters?
Professor Layton and Pokemon, I'm guessing. Twilight Syndrome is an adventure game series. The first one was released in 1996. It's about a group of high school girls who go exploring in order to verify numerous urban legends. The player can control the character like a side-scroller.
Meaningless.
I have no interest in things like video games. I don't even know what generation a game that old is.
You...
With your face, I find that hard to believe.
Boring!
It's a boring and tedious to play, right?
Kind of
Don't diss adventure games. Besides, there's a lot of reasons to make one.
No!
No, like budgetary reasons. I was a big fan of the series. I don't know why, but I feel like it totally tainted it.
What are you saying?
You re-tainting your face with tears of gratitude, I've cast the spotlight on a neglected title. And what's the point of this game? I mean, it's not like you're telling us to play it just to enjoy it, right?
Well,
You certainly noticed the good parts.
that's right! This game is gonna be your next motive. The motive you need to kill people! After all, I'm gonna get bored if the next Blacken doesn't show up soon.
Could it be?
Blame is the motive?
Actually,
In truth, this game's theme is a missing link. You know, it's a recurring theme for mysteries, right? Kind of like a hidden connection. What does that mean?
here!
If you're interested, try playing it.
Hey!
Can't. You gotta say no, it's a trap.
Hey,
That's the motive. Won't it be okay if we just don't play it? Absolutely right. Quite the genius.
What?
I see that. Never occurred to me.
Are you sure?
Are you sure you want to do that?
Hey,
Learning the motive means you're going to be prepared, you know. Humans who are prepared and humans who aren't. There's only which is strong and which is weak, right?
you.
What do you mean? For example, if someone secretly played it, that person might come and kill you. In the context of a preemptive strike, that's truly fatal.
hey!
What do you mean? You guys are all enemies, you know. Is it really all for your enemy to have an advantage? Now I want to play the game. If you're going to truly ignore it, then do what you like, even if you're fully aware of the situation. Bye-bye. What the heck?
This is bad.
What should we do?
But
Even if you ask me, there's no one I know.
anyway,
Carelessly touch this game, but don't mistake
you are
me.
right.
It'd be better if we wait and see how this plays out.
But
Wouldn't it be bad if someone secretly played the game while we're waiting? Whoever gets the motive would become the hunter and the rest of us would be the prey. That's a messed up way to think about it.
What are you saying?
But it's true. Sure, lass, if you end up dying, all we need to do is kill if we want to win. Don't want to end up like Byakuya Terra Terra. After Fayuko spat those words, we watched him turn and walk away.
but
Fayuko makes a good point.
Huh?
You too. What are you saying? Do you really want to kill someone that badly?
cause
It's not like that. I mean, how can you be cautious if you don't even have a motive? That might be true, but I really want to play it now. God damn it.
nope,
It doesn't matter. Huh? Motive or otherwise, it doesn't matter. I won't let another killing happen.
killing.
I will never,
I'll never allow it.
ever let another killing happen.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. It is now 10 p.m. Please return to your rooms and relax. Let the sound of the ocean gently rock you to sleep. Now then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night.
Huh?
It's already that time. I guess it's better if we just break for today. I'll try to think about tonight more carefully. The correct thing for me to do. Regardless, I will never kill anyone. I mean, it's impossible. It's definitely impossible.
For now.
And we should turn in for the day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Burdened by uneasy thoughts, we all went back to our respective cottages, but still, that was totally inexpected. I can't believe she actually said something like that so forcefully. I'll never, ever, ever let anyone killing happen. She's probably dealing with all this now, isn't she? But
Sleepy.
can't read her at all. Motive to kill someone, huh? I was doing nothing at all, correct? I was trying to stop all this from happening by being aware of the danger, correct? There's no way I'd understand something like that. In this messed up world, there's no way I can know what's right. Monokuma, sit!
This is troubling.
You know how tough it is to be successful. I'm so jealous of people who aren't successful and don't have anything. The biggest obstacle to challenging new things is successes. Those always hold me back. But I'm so jealous of people who don't have anything. People with no expectations are happy. I mean, they can do anything they want without thinking about anything.
That's all from Monokuma Theater.
Being successful is tough.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone! Looks like today is going to be another perfect tropical day. Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today.
All of the things are falling off my shelf because it's very blowy in here. It's not making it any cooler, but it's very blowy. Should go to the restaurant for now. So by habit, I left my cottage and just happened to bump into a certain someone. Ah. Oh, it's you, Fihiko. Yeah, how unlucky I have to see your face this morning.
Hey, bastard!
Just so you know, I don't want to talk to you at all. I'm in a really bad mood right now. Are you going to the restaurant right now? Or are you going to go somewhere else?
Shut up!
Like I said, don't want to talk to you. I'm just going back to my cottage. Leave me alone. You say you're going back. Did you go somewhere?
It's got nothing to do with you.
Hey, didn't I tell you I don't want to talk? Is it that game?
What?
What do you mean? So it's true. What do you have in your hands? What's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up. What makes you think you have any right to question me? I'm not trying to question you. I was just... You saying you don't like the fact that I acted on my own without consulting you guys. What's wrong with that? Are you going to tie me up like Nagito? Seriously, I didn't mean...
Dumbass!
Don't talk to me ever again. If you do, I swear I'll fucking kill you. Guy, he's going to do something dangerous if we leave him alone. I should let everyone know, but I should be careful not to make too much trouble. I wonder how many people went back.
This, too, must be the will of
That
causality.
wind is very quiet. I hope it's not an ominous portent.
It appears.
I did see Fuyuhiko earlier. He seems he's going to join us for breakfast today as well. Some things I like to think about. I'm going to go for a little walk.
Hajime!
What? She taught me how to play a video game. She was so nice and attentive. She even battled against me. So happy I was able to play with a friend. Thank you very much, Chiaki.
You think so?
You don't have to thank me that much. I had a lot of fun too.
Hey.
You like? Do you want to battle one more time? Yes, please. Ken looks extremely happy. I guess Chiaki has a sweet side too.
Well?
Apparently, Ken's never played video games before. She's totally missing out on 90% of her life. You know, values vary from person to person. Nice timing. I've been waiting for anyone to come by at a time like this. Waiting, huh?
Hey.
I was thinking about delivering this. Is this someone's breakfast? Is that for Nagito? I mean, if we just leave him tied up, he's gonna starve. Like, how long are they planning to continue this? There's no way we can keep him tied up forever.
Aww.
That's what I thought at first, but maybe better if he was tied up forever. What does that mean? Actually, went to see Nagito earlier. I kind of bought him breakfast. And then, listen to this. He seriously pisses me off.
Do you understand?
He says he doesn't like rice, so he wanted toast instead. Doesn't that the situation he's in right now? So that's why you're running back and forth. That must be hard for you.
Really?
Huh? Do you really think so?
Hey!
Then bring this Nagito on my behalf. Huh?
Jeez.
I was forced to run back and forth too many times. I'm done being his maid. Not only that, I just remembered I have a little business to take care of. Business?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll leave the rest to you. No. My hero pushed the tree into my hands and ran away before I could object. Jeez, it's always something. The record is tied up in the old building with the top police. Did want to talk to...
You can't!
No, this building is being renovated. You can't go inside. I'm not allowed inside. Why is Nagito inside?
Oh,
You know about it too, Hajime? Because Komaro and Kazuichi honestly told me that Mom is the only one we can rely on, and it's true that Nagito needs to reflect on his actions. I came here to deliver food to Nagito. It counts as murder if he ends up starving to death, right?
hey!
Starve? It's okay to go inside then.
Ta-da!
She can tell him to chew thoroughly before he swallows. Okay. I really just want to exit. Never mind. It's tied at the back. Why am I so nervous? So I quietly peeked through the door. I saw him on the other side. He was waiting for me with a big smile on his face.
Hajime? Could it be... Did you take time out of your busy day to bring some food to little old me? Wow, I'm so happy. As you can see, I can't exactly greet you with my full hospitality, but feel free to relax.
He was the same as usual. Unlike his smile, his words carried a certain heaviness. As if a black poison was falling from his mouth every time he spoke, filling his surroundings with darkness. An illusion, but one I couldn't help but feeling at that moment.
Huh? What happened? Your face looks kinda scary.
I didn't come here to talk to you. I just came to bring you some food. So come on, eat it.
You're not going to feed me?
What do you mean?
Well, I can't eat it on my own, you know, since my hands are all tied up. Actually, I was really embarrassed to ask a girl to feed me, so I'm glad you're the one who came.
I get it. Friggin' Mahiro. This must be why she asked me to go instead of her.
Anyway, what happened to Mahiru? Did she leave saying she had some business to take care of?
Huh? Why do you know that?
By the way, I heard about Twilight Syndrome murder case, was it? I have mixed feelings. I really liked that game a lot.
Don't change the subject. I'm asking you.
Oh well, I'm a little disappointed. It's not like you Ultimates to ignore the threat that's standing right in front of you. So are you really planning not to play the game? Do you think Monokuma will just let that slide?
Well, that is...
You guys should confront it. After all, hope springs when you confront despair.
He almost sounds reasonable. Running away from your problems isn't a solution. I'm just putting it off. But
I don't want to be tricked by you anymore. Bye now.
Hey, Hajime, weren't you planning to feed me? Hey, Hajime!
figure it out yourself, mate. Damn it, I barely talked to him and I'm already not feeling so well. But I can't stop thinking about it. It's really okay to leave that game alone. But I'm doing nothing about it. Someone else is. No, nothing good can come and think about it. It's something I need to do. Oh, it's free time. Oh, excellent. Except that I did not get to talk to Kazuichi. Never mind. Pekko. Kazuichi's in this cottage. Komano. And rock lady. Okay. So what do people... Gundo's just there. Princess is at the library. Ness is at the pharmacy. And those two are in the parking lot of the diner. I think Princess in the library and Nurse Lady today. I'm gonna stop by the park. Sure about her, shouldn't I? Necessary to know if the motive is hidden. She do have to think about it more. Possible the others might misunderstand. Okay. Password is hope. It's a new game's motive. It's if Violent Games can influence you, but that's not true, right? What should I do? I don't know, because it calm me down. I feel tired for lots of reasons. Went to the mansion, watching the animals harvest me. Feel a bit more peaceful. Yes, we have like that medical stapler thing, which random, but yeah. It's cute. I would treasure this for the rest of my life.
Yes.
I will never wash this undermine that received a gift from Hajime. Despite that fact, we decided to hang out. Sneaky hands acting suspicious and not tried to look at me at all. Somehow I feel I did something bad to her even though I know I didn't do anything. I'm sorry. What's this all of a sudden? I thought you clearly looked like you were in a bad mood. Did I do something wrong? What should I do? Would it make you happy if I took... hold on. Why are you relaxing me at this? You don't want to see me naked. How am I in? Seriously, hold on. I'm sorry. It's no use. I feel like if I stop panicking, the situation's gonna get even worse. Alright, should calm down first. Amy can. I just wanted to talk to you normally. Talk? Today is such a beautiful day. Yeah. Sorry, should I take off my clothes? Seriously, you don't have to do anything like that. It's troubling. I guess I should just talk to Mikan about something she might get excited about. What type of bandage do you like the most? Bandage? See, there are a lot of different types these days. This is extremely convenient because there are watery types and sticky types, but I've definitely like non-elastic types the best. They're not too constricting, but they still firmly secure wounds. Oh, it looks like she's getting into the conversation. Sorry, I went to start talking on my own. Don't worry about it. I'm non-asked anyway, so I feel like I've gotten to know you a little more. Really? Then let's call it a day for now.
Hajime! Yes!
There's not too much trouble. I would like to talk to you again. It's been a while since anyone talked to me like this, so of course, anytime.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that poor thing has severe social anxiety. I feel like Mikan was down my back. She's just, I just don't, yeah. Did we get on Mikan? Likes bandages. Ah. No, that's a fair observation. I think princess. Who's been in the library like every single time. Oh, I thought she was in here. Oh. Oh no, she's in the ancient ruin. Just assumed she was in the library. It's a fair assumption. Hmm. Not sure what to give it though. It's one thing that truly disappoints me. To assemble a beef bowl when I arrived in Japan, I would doubt I would eat one here. Okay. I wonder if we have a beef bowl. Large portion with extra onion. Just once I wanted to experience requesting it in Japanese. I spent a lot of time today soothing a disappointed Sonia. Probably don't deserve it, but it looks like Sonia and I grew a little closer. Yes. Do we have a beef bowl? I don't think we do. That looks like shoes.
Oh my!
Thank you very much. Hajime, you should definitely become a fully fledged tributary. I must say, this island is truly a wonderful place.
Tight.
The weather is calm, the sea is blue, truly a perfect resort setting. Might be true, but
Oh my!
did I say something strange? No, I was just thinking that you're strangely calm right now. Sonia, are you really not worried about our current situation? Of course I am worried, and I am also angry. Jeez, this is not something to joke about. Who's joking?
However...
what happens next depends on us. As long as we don't kill anyone, this will all be fine. That's the right attitude, but... Besides, I've come here to learn about your country. I would understand if this was my homeland, but in this case, this land is foreign to me. I do not intend to kill anyone, and I do not intend to be killed easily either. The way she said that sounds a little dangerous. This is my homeland, so this will be okay in your country? Anyway, let us forget about killings and cooperate with each other so we can return home quickly. Any good ideas, feel free to let me know. I should also do my best to think of something too. Yeah, you're right. When I speak to Sonia, I feel really positive and optimistic. Such an honor. Raise your head, there's no need to worry. What she's seen sounds odd, but she certainly looks the part. Typical of a princess, I guess. That reminds me, what was the name of your country? Do you recall the country's name was... Oh no. What was the country? Novoselic? Is there Novoselic kingdom there? Ah, there we go. It's not a country I've never heard of. That's understandable, it's often looked on and overlooked by cartographers. Our Novoselic kingdom is an extremely small country and governed by an absolute monarchy. Though the population is small, our economy is thriving, so we're not in dire straits at all. Generations, the royal families protected the kingdom as people from neighbouring countries. Thanks to that, the people still have the complete trust towards the royal family. Also, wine and chocolate is one of our country's hidden specialities. So I should make sure not to give you any of that then. I see, it really does sound like a kingdom. So since you're the princess of that kingdom, does that mean you live in a castle or something?
Yes.
Of course. The royal family's been living in the royal castle for over 1,000 years. Maybe old and small, the castle is truly a wonderful historic building.
Of course.
It's easy to get lost in our subterranean labyrinth. That barracks are fully equipped as well. So castles really do have those. Oh, is it okay if I ask you something as well? If an answer, it's fine. What did you have your heart set on initially, and who do you tend to switch to later? Huh? The situation is truly similar to the story of 7 men and women. I believe it is a standard tactic to start wavering and swapping partners. Okay, but 2 of the men have died, and there are 8 of each of us at the beginning. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Do you really have no idea? It's Japan's legendary drama. It starts off really upbeat, then it gets really serious. I never expected that to happen. I was all like, seriously, what is going to happen? I could not take my eyes off the screen. Momoki's feelings at the time. Goodness, so intense. I continued to listen to Sonia extensively talk about Japanese dramas. Oh cool, so if I've got any Japanesey stuff, that's probably good as well. At least now I understand that she's a major J-drama fangirl. Okay. After politely excusing myself for my long conversation with Sonia, I left the area. Yeah, so it looks like we get 2 of each in each chapter, so we can put up stuff, but we're... but we can build up, and we'll be able to finish it off in the after game. I just want to make progress on achievements. I like progress on achievements. We're totally going to hit like 10,000 steps way before like the end of the chapter, because we're, you know, doing pets. Cool. So, some progress there. We're not going to make any progress on Terra Terra, obviously. And that's usually all at once, but we can probably grind that somehow. There'll be a solution in the walkthrough at the end. Gallery items. That one I'll probably get by like redoing the first chapter or something. We've not made much progress on that. That we'll probably have to grind out. We could try that next time. Depends on how fast it goes. I could probably redo that. The chapter 1 one. 82 experience from the next level.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. It is now 10 p.m. Please return to your rooms and relax. Let the sound of the ocean gently rock you to sleep. Now then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night.
I mean, there is the possibility that Nagito is somehow going to try and find a way to kill himself. But I'm thinking that enough people have probably tried that video game, which I'm sad I didn't get to try. Someone's gotten a motive. At least, the Yakuza guy had an envelope. So, yeah. On any other night, I'd probably just go to sleep. But I can't stop thinking about that game. It's not like I believe what Nagito said. It's just not a good idea to leave it alone. Twilight Syndrome murder case, huh? Should give it a try, just a little, to see how it is. Okay. Oh no, we have to spare. We need to... Maybe we should just see what... Because if we give, it'll get rid of the despair. Will the hope meter go up as well? Because I was kind of hoping, trying to do like a half meter. We'll leave it at 1 despair and see. I mean, we've only found one of the things, and that was fairly neutral. Okay, so a lot of people around the hotel.
Huh?
Where are you going? What about you? What are you doing?
Hey, hey.
Let's go back to my cottage. Well, anyway, what about you? What do you mean, though? I felt a little hungry, so I was thinking about getting a snack from the restaurant supermarket. See. Gotta go now. See you later.
Hajime.
Huh?
Yep.
Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I feel like she totally saw through me. Okay, well, we'll go towards the restaurant anyway. What's with the laugh? You sound creepy. I can't help myself. I just heard something big. Oh, I can't give any details, but when the time comes, go to bed. See you tomorrow. What's that about? Don't know. You tell me. Oops.
Oh!
What are you doing up this late? I felt like stargazing a bit, so I just came out for a short walk. At least give everyone the same answer. There's a lot of nasty things happening on this island, but the nature and scenery is quite superb. Don't be out too late, you might hinder you tomorrow. Make sure I don't stay out too late.
Have a minute?
Timing, there's something I wanted to ask you. What is it?
No.
I wanted to hear your, general opinion. Is this about what we were discussing earlier? What were Peiko and Nakomari talking about?
Anyway.
Regarding my inquiry. Do Nakomari and I really like we're cosplaying as characters from a fighting game? Huh? Cosplay?
Sheesh!
I walk down the street, I'm often told I look like a fighter from this game or a martial arts artist from that game. I can't understand what you're talking about. No matter how I look at it, I'm only a team manager. I looked at it, it's clearly not true.
Honestly.
It happens to me too. One time I was cornered by a strange group of people holding cameras. It was very annoying. So what did you do? I understand polite requests to stop. It's not my fault if I'm forced to get a little violent. I think it's better if we don't know the details.
Huh?
Peiko, we must confirm it with Hajime. No matter how others view us, we are ourselves. There's nothing to worry about.
I apologize.
You're right. I agree. I apologize, Hajime. Just forget
Now
about it.
that you mention
Anyways, why are you here? What are you doing outside? couldn't really go to sleep, so I was thinking of going for a little walk.
I see.
See, be careful then. Doesn't mean anything's gonna happen, but you should be careful just in case.
What happened? Stay back.
I apologize. I have no time to spare for you. Instead, I'll let you learn something interesting. So you have time to spare or not? Which is that?
Fine.
Behold, that's a good arcade game. Despite your lowly intellect, your human attempt to create worlds within games. Humorous, how pitiful.
Listen well.
Your humans reply gods in your fictional words. That like alone is an imitation of us. Because
Taste your
that's who your humans cling to and believe to be
powerlessness.
real, as many one of the countless board games we own. That happens. Are you speechless before the truth? I wasted my time. Well, at least if anyone asks, I went for food.
Emergency!
Yes, spirits are just awful. Kumahara. Kumahara? Oh, Kuma's announcement, aka Kumahara. It's the one of Kuma's announcement. I completely forgot the phrase I thought it. It's the best phrase of all time, too. Would have told you with tales. It's a big loss for humanity as well, so you could outside it. I am sorry for your loss. Question mark. Just Kumahara, but Hajihara, you can't stand no more. The Hara is a number. I forgot maybe I'll make a part in bed. Hara. Hajihara? Does that mean Haji means harassment? Don't worry, she's just odd.
Yo!
You look bored, wanna fight me? It's with you all of a sudden.
Huh?
Something wrong? I mean, when you're bored, you fight, right? There's no way I consider that normal. Actually, no. Sometimes I do want to punch things. But generally, it's usually like, you know, a wall or something. Maybe something softer. Sometimes, you know, bored, frustrated, overwhelmed. I don't want to punch people, just things. Sofa's good. It's kind of squishy. I was bored too, but since people to fight, I was checking out the cultures of the Fallen. Fallen? Diaki and Teratera, why?
You.
Someone might mess with their rooms if we just leave them alone, right? There's no way anyone would do something like that.
It's not like
Their rooms are
that.
locked all tight, so I couldn't go in. Locked?
Yo!
Turns out Monokuma locked him.
Like,
Tried to open the door, he just showed up out of nowhere as usual. Saying stuff like that the chapter's already finished, it will complicate the game, and... Oh, hold on, I think it's best if you don't say anything more.
Huh.
Then I should go to bed soon. See you later, Hajime. Right, well then, if anyone asks, I was in the restaurant. I leveled up. To the park. Okay, well then, if anyone else asks, then I also went for a little walk. Totally normal, nothing to see here. Okay, so red-haired lady. No, apparently there. Ah, something's gonna happen at the park. Jimmy, my hero, what are you doing here? Yeah, about that. I was thinking of taking a picture of the ocean at night. Ocean at night isn't dangerous, be careful.
thank you.
Sure thing. She seemed pretty agreeable. Yeah, that was suspicious. Don't be 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 suspicious. How many people are going to be there? So here I am. Game turns out to be dangerous. I should stop playing it. I should just go for it. It did have a natural countdown in like the post chapter 1 thing. I'm playing it all. We're cautiously sitting in front of the arcade game and the screen automatically lit up. Screen. So face the screen and put my hand on my joystick. Monokuma Soft, licensed by Monokuma Inc. Danganronpa. Warning, this game is a work of non-fiction. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, is purely intentional. Twilight Syndrome. This game has an old-fashioned strange old-fashioned vibe to it. Twilight Syndrome Murder Case Investigative Edition. Wonder, is the person who's controlling Monokuma actually pretty old? Well, I should try to start it up. Oops, I hit the mic. Start if I press the menu button, right? Let's begin. Loading. Second day. Girl A. It's already late. I'm going to be late for our meeting. Everyone's waiting. I gotta hurry and go. If I'm late, everyone's going to hate me. They're waiting in classroom 1A. Man, you're finally here. You're so late. What were you doing? I'm sorry. If you're angry, I'm sorry. Don't be mad. We're not angry? Just hurry up and get over here. Okay. I should go talk to Girl B for now. We're here because you had something important to say, right? What's this about? Obviously it's about yesterday's incident. Hey, you already saw the newspaper, right? Yeah. Huh? What newspaper? God, you're such a slowpoke, Girl A. It's in today's evening newspaper. This one, here you go. Just read it. July 8th, at around 6 AM, a janitor from XX Academy came to work and discovered the body of a female high school student in the music room on the second floor. The student had been struck forcefully in the head with a blunt object and was already dead. It seems the killer broke a window to escape. Based on the details of the crime, the authorities say the investigation is ongoing and I believe someone may have stuck into the school to commit the act. I was a little surprised. I never expected it would make the newspaper. It says someone may have snuck into the school, so they might be thinking that a pervert did it. He's the only lead they have. I mean, her school swimsuit did get stolen too. That sick, twisted bastard. Sneaking into a school to see a swimsuit, killing a nearby girl and escaping out a window. Deja too. Is this really okay? We were the first ones to discover the body and we kept it a secret. It would have been the same no matter who found the body first. Don't worry about it. It's not like we have anything to hide anyway. All we did was find a body and not report it. It's not really a crime. Still. I know you're a masochist, but there's no way I'm going to get involved in this. I'm finally a student at this academy. There's no way I'm getting expelled over something like this. Right, isn't that right, Guilty? Yeah, I agree, but... What's up? You don't seem so sure. I actually have something to discuss with you guys. Guilty, and what's going on? What do you want to talk about? To be honest, I ended up taking several photos of her yesterday. Are you talking about her body? I thought we might get questioned by the police, so I thought I should take them just in case. Where are those photos now? I have them right here. What? Look at them. We're definitely going to get cursed. Cursed? I've played a game with the whole, like, cursed in a school thing. It was disturbing. I used a walkthrough because it was scary, and I wanted to know when all the jump scares would be. Stupid curses aren't even real. I seriously need to throw away those photos. Give it to me. This is bad. If you rip it like that, the curse... I just said curses don't exist. It's better just rip these photos to shreds and throw them in the incinerator. Girl D, if you have any digital copies, you need to erase those too. Okay. Hey, girlie, what happened? Why'd you sound so desperate? So let's just forget about the whole incident. We had nothing to do with it, and we weren't the first ones to discover the body. Okay, the end. Seriously, let's just go home already. Come on, it's getting late. Now, Logan. 4th day. it's already late, the hardest part of being in the archery club is changing clothes. Everyone's probably gone back by now, then I guess I have to go back on my own. I think this is around the time that incident occurred too. Ah, geez, why am I thinking about something so stupid again? That's right, just gotta hurry up and forget about that incident. I won't let you forget. Huh? I won't let you forget. Who's there? Where are you? I won't let you forget. I won't let you forget. I won't let you forget. Forgive me. Forgive me. Never. Never, 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 never. I think that was just an I will never forgive you. Ooh. It's just enough nevers. Golly. What happened? Did something happen? This is bad. This is really bad. Your head is split open like that one time. It's probably the curse. It's the curse. It's the curse's fault because of the curse, girlie. What happened to Girlie? Take a look in there. Classroom 1B. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Oh no. Wow, that actually looked like a real picture. Game over, down 5. Huh? This is the end? Wait, now it's game over for some reason. I don't get it. Even the game structure doesn't make sense. It starts with the second day all of a sudden and then jumps to the fourth day afterward. Why are the first and third days skipped? What's with this down 5 on the game over screen? I mean, 5 people checked, maybe? Down 5? Who's down by 5? What the heck is this? I don't get it at all. How would this be the motive? I just what it's like to play a crappy game. For now, it's a waste of time just to stay here. I should go back to my cottage and think about it. I went back to my cottage feeling hazy and disoriented. I tried to think about why I felt so strange, and I fell asleep without realizing it. I mean, I'm confused. Monokuma Theta!
Hey,
If isn't just about moving. When confronted by an important question, it's good to stop moving and take your time thinking about it. For example, my stomach hasn't felt well all morning, so I ran to the restroom as soon as I got off the train. But right when I was about to enter, an important question stood before me. Life is like that now and then. Suddenly an important question gets away. The important question that stood before me was a gentleman's sign on the restroom door. As I resisted the overwhelming urge to poop, I thought about it desperately. Am I really a gentleman? Do I have class? Am I honest? Am I faithful? No, why am I even hesitating? Of course I'm a gentleman. A regular person wouldn't last 5 minutes resisting the urge to poop, but a gentleman certainly would. Filled with pride, and I ran into restroom meant for gentlemen, and what awaited me was another important question. The important question that stood before me was the Western style, Japanese style signs on each door. Definitely born in Japan, but haven't I forgotten what makes clean, beautiful Japan so good? Do I have enough confidence in myself to take a Japanese style poop? I didn't know there was a difference. As you can see, there are always important questions waiting for you.
brought to you by Monokuma!
And that's what life is all about. I'm so confused. Anyway. Ding dong, ding dong. So I'm assuming we find the body and then we will leave it there so that the investigation happens next week. Or next stream. That we decide to do this. But probably next week.
Hope's Peak Academy
90%,
School Trip
95%
Executive
chance it's
Committee
next
has an
Sunday.
announcement. Good morning, everyone! Looks like today is gonna be another perfect tropical day! Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today!
Morning, huh? And the end of that game is still a mystery. I don't even know why it would be a motive. Just bite the bullet and try discussing it with everyone. Guess you should head over to the restaurant. Okay, so red-headed girl and the Yakuza guy are missing from the map.
Hello.
Such a nice day today. I'm really sunny. If it wasn't sunny, it'd be a waste. Huh? Waste? I was mumbling to myself just now. So excuse myself first. Okay, waste. Something going on? Something with the beach. Surely. Yay. You grunting brats.
Why, you?
Oh. What about more sublime? It's a mysterious matter. The matter is?
Yes!
Music genre. Music genre? I skipped the pop sounds of the girl band genre, so I'm thinking about changing my music style completely. I see. It's nothing that comes to mind. This is very troubling.
Meow.
Hajime, if you think of anything, I look forward to hearing your advice. Is that something you can really decide on a whim? I don't know.
Hey!
Doesn't Chiaki get bored of playing the same game over and over again? She's not going to reply to my greeting, is she? Understand gamers. So I don't even want to understand them. Seriously, if I hear such a weirdo, all except my hero. I'm with you guys, I feel like I'm going to be a weirdo too. I feel like you're the other one. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, Hajime. It's rare for you to reply so quickly in the morning.
Yep.
I just finished playing game right now.
Hey.
More importantly, I'm just wondering, was it someone bringing food to Nikita? I brought food yesterday morning, I don't know about the others. Is it alright if I see how he's doing later? Head over the restaurant for now. Sure. Can't stop you. Just be careful, don't untie him.
Good day.
Good morning, Hajime. Yeah, good morning. Greeting everyone, I put some food on my plate and sat myself on the table near the window.
Yo!
What is it, Hajime? Is that all you're gonna eat?
What?
Just eat too much, Akane.
You.
You don't want to talk or you, it's candy.
Why?
Just because it's candy doesn't mean you make fun of it. These gummies have 4 different fruit flavors, so I'm sure they're full of nutrients.
Like,
You should just eat the real fruit. Okay. It seems like a bad time to bring up that game all of a sudden. We did agree before we shouldn't even play it.
Let me tell you this.
Ah, my hero is missing. That's my hero missing. Huh? She is. I'd already noticed that. After Gundam said that, I looked around the restaurant. Sure enough, there was no sign of my hero. And also, Yakuza person. She's always here every morning. It's strange for her not to come. I wonder if she's not feeling well.
Maybe.
If she doesn't feel good, that's fine, but there's a small chance that she's...
What the?
A small chance she's... I saw my hero. She was outside the hotel. Oh, I see.
Jeez.
Don't say such a spooky thing.
Let's go.
It's punishment. How about you run in a circle 3 times and say woof and jump off a cliff? I don't want to die like that.
Hey.
But what was my hero doing outside the hotel?
Yo!
She said she wanted me to line. I even asked her to come meet with us, but she turned it down.
What?
Wanted to be alone? She's planning to play that game.
Shut up.
Saying. There's no way my hero played video games. She's not that slowpoke gamer girl over there.
Huh?
Ah, were you referring to me? Oh. Looks like it's going to be impossible to start talking about the game. And while I was lost in thought, someone quietly sat down at me across the table.
Yo!
Hey, Hajime, got a second? What is it? Kazuichi leaned forward out the seat, glanced quickly around the room, and whispered to me.
Yeah.
Today, 2:30 PM, come to the supermarket. Don't tell anyone else about it. Huh? Tell you details later. Everyone else can see us now. It's bad. What does he mean it's bad?
You
Hey,
fiend.
what are you lowly creatures discussing among yourselves?
Well...
Nothing? Got nothing to do with you, so just go relax and go away. Did you think I was worried about your fiends? Ha! You make me laugh, I say. You've elevated arrogance to an art form.
Shiver.
Such a supreme ruler feels concerns for the ants who are destined to be crushed.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
I am the forbidden ruler who makes even the god of darkness flee in terror.
Fall, my tears.
All I desire is silence and indifference. Silence and indifference. Aww. You never took him for the lonely type.
for now.
Anyway, Hajime, that's what's happening, so I'll see you later.
You know, right?
So you know, make sure you conserve your energy. Supermarket, he wants to go surfing. Huh? Conserve my energy? See you later. What was that about? He wants to go surfing. Instead of talking about games, I received a strange request from Kazuichi. Today's breakfast came to an end. Kazuichi told me to go to the supermarket at 2:30, but what did he mean when he told me to conserve my energy? I guess I shouldn't wander too far right now. Oh. More free time! God, this chapter's got a lot of free time. How do I decide who to talk to? I guess we just see who's around? So, princess. We've already talked to the princess, though. Okay, so we've got Kane and... Chiaki. Okay. We've already talked to everyone in here. Gundam. We haven't talked to Gundam yet. Or the fighter guy. No one is over on Second Island. No one is in Jabba. Okay, that's really weird. That is not everybody. Okay, but it said don't go far, so that's possibly why. Okay, well we'll go find Gundam. Because, you know. Why not? Do we have anything weird we could give him? Hang on, what did it say he was? The wrench. Okay, okay. Button. Hundred steps it had for that. 21. There we go. So now it's going to be a cocoon, and I've got 5 hope and 1 despair. So it should be something different from a snake. Who I think I hatched on like 1 hope. It's extremely quiet. Are the spirits of the earth afraid of something? What should I do? Ask him time. Place your good judgment. No matter how many there are, they'll never be able to invade my surroundings. Though you may be infected by my magic instead. It's forced to listen to Gundam's story about the earth spirits who tend the land. Looks like Gundam might go closer. Sure. I don't know. I feel like Earring of Crushed Evil.
You fiend.
Rather nice. Yay! It worked.
Be happy!
As long as this treasure is within my grasp, I will never face it.
Fiend.
Whoa there. It's better if you don't get any closer than that. Automatic barriers generate independently of my will. It's not like I'm getting close or even planning to get close.
Let me
Do you mind
ask.
me? There's something I have not asked you yet. It doesn't matter that the temporary name is Hajime Hanata. Tell me your true name, fiend. What the heck is this true name thing? So you're not foolish enough to tell me so easily. Tell me your hidden name. I don't have anything like that.
What?
It's your special ability. There's no way I have one of those.
How pitiful.
So you really are just a mere human. I suppose it can't be helped. Let me talk to you about something even a mere human can understand.
What happened?
Ask me anything. Oh, so I have to ask.
You fiend.
However, it's free for you to ask, but make sure you try not to understand.
If you flinch, you will
After
die!
knowing my true terror, it'd be quite a sight to see how long your sanity will last. Do you want to talk or will not? Which is up? Talking is starting to get annoying, but it's already waiting for me. So if that's something. What do you do with your free time usually?
Good
You're
instinct.
interested in my lifestyle? Fine. I should reveal a portion of that to you. Training, human hunting, craft spell components, etc. Despite my looks, I'm quite the busybody. However, managing my website takes up the bulk of my time. Huh?
I shall
Obviously,
be
sources
gold
around the world are
this
waiting to see my research results. Because my website has been magically enchanted, so only the chosen ones can view it. And a human like you will only get to access the dummy site called Exciting Breeding Journal. I'd rather check out the Ultimate Breeder's Exciting Breeding Journal anyway.
Fine.
I'll make sure to show you. Well, if we ever get out of here, that is.
What do
Well,
you
are there any other questions? What's your favourite food?
Fine.
You've certainly hit the mark well. I am fond of the orange melon, which bears the fruit of the devil. Are you talking about a pumpkin? There's no food as high in nutrients nor versatile variety of cooking methods. More importantly, its seeds are the most effective food source for my four-tock devils of destruction. Oh, so pumpkin seeds. I think we have those. Good to know. However, you must carefully wash them, dry them in the sunlight, peel off the thin skin, and let you fry them. I see, that sounds pretty difficult. Is there anything else in this world that isn't difficult? Pleasure and pain are irrelevant as long as you have a purpose and take action for that sake. You're right, that's exactly right. It's hard to understand sometimes, but I do understand the intent behind his words. Sometimes, even though it's only a little, I feel like I'm starting to get to know Gundam better. Cool. Just sharing with Gundam with questions until he's satisfied you finally go. So, I think we do have sunflower seeds. Yes. So, we could probably give that to him if we wanted to go for another one, but for now, we'll just try and... Where is he? We'll just try and, like, you know, just level up people as we go along. I mean, you know, see what we can do. Oh, it still pooped when it was in a cocoon? Okay. I think I should finish, but let's just see what the surprise thing is. Keeping it a secret, I don't want to think about it. There's no way someone as carefree as him would do something like that. So, let's just see what he wants. Because obviously, you know... Huh? It's well past the arranged time and there's no sign of Kazuichi. All of a sudden, the anxiety we're keeping inside began to swell up like a balloon until... Yo!
Whoa! Hey!
What the heck? Don't get pissed off just because I was a little late. Late? Oh, I get it. I totally forget he's that kind of guy. He doesn't mind showing up late even though he's the one that asked me to come. That kind of guy. It does sort of make sense. What do you want? Why'd you call me out here like this?
Hey!
Well, you know, can you do me a little favour? Little favour? I overheard something. Apparently it's Miss Sonia's idea for a change of pace. It looks like the girls are secretly planning to go to splash around at the beach. Doesn't seem so secret now. Wait, don't tell me you... As expected of Miss Sonia, splashing around in the sea is a nice idea. I admire so much, it's shocking. My heart trembles around her so much it's about to burn out. So let's crash it together. Why me?
Hey!
It's weird to fake coincidence all by yourself, isn't it? So about a scenario when you and I go to the beach and we run into the girls by coincidence.
Huh?
Hey, you better not say no. I can't ask any of the guys to help with this.
Man.
Nekomaru can't keep his mouth shut to save his life, and Gundam is, well, Gundam. Fuyuhiko and Nagito are out of the question. I understand where you're coming from, but I don't feel like going to the beach.
Hey!
Tell time to protect your swimsuit, you know? And now you're just going to walk over my Kaidak? You're snapping at me? If you say no, I'm going to bug you about until you die. As long as he's joking about that, us is Kazuichi after all. If I have no choice, then fine. Yahoo! That's my Hajime. That's how a soul brother should act. What do I have to do? Well, based on what I overheard, it looks like they're going to Chandler Beach on second.
Alright!
That's why we gotta head over to that diner first. Our plan is to be at the beach before they get there. We're gonna act like it's just coincidence. Got it, so I need to go to the
Engines
diner.
revving!
I'm getting all excited now. Oh, that makes one of us. Suppose looks like you can't take a hint.
For now.
Okay, fine. I kinda like Kazuichi. He was proper scared. He's just a, you know, a laddie lad.
For now. All right.
Yay, we got a pygmy. Aww. So we got a snake me and then a pygmy. Piggy me just sounds funny. Okay, so don't know how many different types there are. Okay, so we can't do Terra. So we've still got Nekomaru, Fuyuhiko, Yoko, Mahiro, Ibuki to like even talk to. So yes, every type of pet. I don't know how many there are. If we get like 25% after this one, then right, the ladies aren't here yet. Let's hurry up and go inside. Right, we're here. We'll just stake out a spot and wait till the ladies arrive. So you sure about this plan? I mean, is it a little too stalkerish? And when are they going to come? Did you happen to overhear that wee sensitive is too? They mentioned something about coming a little after the sun starts to tilt, so maybe around 4? It's 3 now, so we have to wait 1 more hour? Just make it move early, that's just the basics, you know. I don't know if you should be talking like an expert right now.
Hey.
It's fine, just make sure you keep watch by the window. It's bad if you didn't catch much Sonia in her way. You know, it's our job to keep that from happening, to get to the beach to get a passing.
Engines revving.
Better keep your eyes peeled, isn't a game. Isn't it a game? What is it? But she just said no. So at a table by the window, I rested my chin in my hand and absentmindedly stared out the window. They're coming, did they arrive? It's not even 10 minutes yet. 20 minutes passed, and 30 years time passed doing things that grew with the volume of my size and the weight of my regrets. Say, what kind of swimsuit do you think Miss Sonia will wear since she's a foreigner? How about bikini? Do you feel like there's a pure innocent mythical fantasy hiding between the top and bottom of a bikini? Even if I wanted to agree with you, I don't know how to answer that. Wait, huh? And that's when it happened. In the corner of my eye, a certain someone walked by the front to the diner. Huh, isn't that? Wonder when that happened. Guess I should head over. I left the diner in a hurry and ran to where that person was standing. Oh.
What?
Him. You bastards. Knew it was you, Fuyuko. What are you doing there?
Shut the hell up!
That's my line.
Hey!
The heck? You're awfully tense, actually. Why do you seem so flustered?
You...
Oh, you calling flustered? Don't go making false accusations, you bastard.
Huh?
Don't tell me. Oh man, is that it? You overheard my plan, didn't you?
Huh?
Plan?
Huh?
It's no use playing dumb. You overheard my plan and followed us way here, right?
Hello!
What are you doing at this place?
Oh my!
It's a strange combo.
Hello!
Hello, today's another wonderful day. Well,
You're done for!
you're not going to get away with it now, I caught you. Got so nervous I ended up blurting out something weird. Please don't hate me, I'll take the punishment as much as you like.
Well...
You two, this is such a coincidence. Never expected to coincidentally run into you guys here. He really does suck at this.
Well...
Man, actually, Hajime and I were about to head to the beach together.
Oh my.
Could that be what you ladies are here for? That's such a coincidence. It even seems like destiny.
Aww.
He's obviously suspicious. Your eyes are moving around like salmon before they lay eggs.
Well...
Hey, I'm always this. How should I put it? I always pay attention to my surroundings. I can't keep watching this. As I sighed and looked away from that embarrassing sight, I realized that he had disappeared. Huh, where did Fuyuhiko go? Well, regardless, you two have arrived pretty early. It's only 3:30. You still have about 30 minutes until you meet the others. Did you know we're going to meet with the others?
Why,
You even know our damn meeting time. Well, you see.
For now.
Anyway, let's cherish the coincidence that brought us together. So is it okay if we join in too? Oh, you got forceful all of a sudden.
Aww.
So that's your ulterior motive. You're probably here for Sonia, aren't you? I really have no desire to do something so rude like decline the offer at all. Sonia was the one who planned to go to the beach, so we need to ask her.
Of course.
It's all good. It's all too devastating to think that Sonia would decline, so I won't think it. If you're being an optimist or a pessimist, I don't really get it.
Hey, hey!
Is it alright if we go inside now? Ibuki was going to eat a good meal first. That's why I came early. Sure thing. Let's wait inside. Can't take my mind off Yukiko. Oh well, I've come this far. I can't turn back now. Okay. Is this something stupid? No, that's feeling. Gonna eat a hamburger with a side of rice. I'm sure you should eat before you go swimming, but hey. Okay, let's go inside. Oh, damn. Got return to the diner, set myself at the table near the window once again. Phew. Not thinking I couldn't help but let out a big sigh. What are you guys going to do about your swimsuit? You aren't now changing that beach house, you know? Yes, I'm already wearing one. What's underneath this uniform isn't panties, it's a swimsuit.
Of course.
That's obvious. I also came wearing a swimsuit too. Huh, ready? Which reminds me, you're not wearing yours yet, Hat. Then you gotta go to the bathroom so you can change. Here you go, this is yours. What is this thing? It may be pretty me to take this out. That looks a little too daring.
Are you serious?
If something falls out, if this is airing live, you're gonna get censored by the network. Don't worry, even if it's worst, it won't turn into a live-action drama. That's not the problem.
Hey!
What is it? Are you telling me you don't want to match with me? It's matching? I definitely don't want to wear it. Fighting is bad, so let's talk. Things are eating up something first. When's everyone to come? I hope they come soon. Well, she said that, Ibuki peeked out the window.
Oh!
Huh? What is it? It's outside.
Isn't that...
Hasn't that Hyo?
Jeez, don't get my hopes
don't.
up.
Oh.
I thought it was Miss Sonia.
It's talking, sorry.
Doesn't she seem a little strange?
If I had to describe it as a song title, it'd be Sprint of Tears. Huh? It looks like she's running from the beach. Did something happen?
Despite our questions, Hayuki ran by the front of the diner at full speed.
Huh?
She totally ran past us, but wasn't she part of the beach crew?
Well...
She can't swim, so she turned us down. But didn't she just come running from the beach? Sorry, I don't know the details about that. It just means women are full of surprises. My hero is totally the type to come, but she surprisingly turned us down too. My hero, she did. She turned it down. It's unexpected of her not to join in an event like this. In fact, she totally planned this sort of thing.
That's totally it!
But it can't be helped. Apparently, she really wasn't feeling well. I'm really sorry to continue this topic. Why was Hyoku crying? Why are you asking us? Well, she shouldn't turn from the beach and crying. Something's definitely wrong.
Whoa!
When did you get here so suddenly? Kazuichi suddenly shouted, and what he was looking at was through the diner's entrance. Turned around. Wow. Chucky!
My, how disappointing. I thought if I came early, I'd be the first one to arrive.
I couldn't keep myself from staring like an idiot.
Whoa, Chiaki! You came wearing only your swimsuit.
Please tell me you got sunscreen on. You are very pale.
I didn't want to carry it with me. If I did, it'd be a serious burden.
Serious burden? That's a total exaggeration.
But even though you didn't want to carry anything, it looks like you're carrying something.
Instead of bringing lunch for everyone, I brought ice cream. It's not like I'm gonna turn it down, but ice cream is completely different from lunch. I don't think it can be used as a substitute.
Oh, it totally can.
Also, I was thinking of stuff we could all do at the beach together. So I brought a board game too. Should we play it even though we came all this way to go to the beach? Nah. I see. That's disappointing.
Should I say this? Is that what? I don't know what that is. For someone normally so quiet to wear such a dang swimsuit, it makes you a little... No! I don't know. That's what I said, but my heartbeat was actually getting faster and faster. Oh, no!
What happened?
Oh, come on.
Hey, hey, hey!
I didn't say that just now. It's Hajime. He's a pervert, you know. What are you saying? I mean, I only have eyes for Miss Sonia. I've dreamed about going out with a blonde lady ever since I was a kid. I like Jackie because she's a gamer. Though she does look good in the same costume. Size is a little small. This was the only swimsuit that fit me.
Hey.
I don't look good in it. Huh? Well, no, I guess you look good.
Thanks.
I guess. Ah, mwahaha. Wearing a bikini is sure daring, and you get plus points wearing a white one. Oh, it's just not thumping, it's thumping all sporadically like ba-dum thump, ba-dum. Probably a heart attack.
Yo!
Hey, I kept you waiting. I heard a voice as the dining door slowly opened, and the person who walked through it was Sonia. No? Akane, who's somehow covered in blood.
Hey, sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Why are you covered in blood?
Akane!
I would have said watermelon, but I know that blood is pink in this.
What? Is something wrong? I made sure to wear a swimsuit this time.
Not that! Your wounds! It wouldn't be strange if we nicknamed you Carrie right now.
Oh, you're talking about these. On my way over here, I happened to run into Coach Nekomaru. And when that happens, I gotta fight him, you know?
Why does she have to do that?
Are you really all right? Your head, it looks like it's split in half.
Well, it'll heal as long as I rub some spit in it, right?
Ew.
You're totally playing up the power of human spit.
I'm all fired up now. I never knew such a strong opponent even existed.
Okay, cool. It's not your fun. Anyway, you need to be treated, and you also need a wound sterilized. Honey, please come with me. With an unusually forceful demeanor, Mikan pulled Akane into the bathroom. Ha! That's why she's the ultimate nurse. Well, it's going to be okay if we leave it to her.
Hey.
What is all this ruckus? Yeah, they're very saucy situations, Jesse.
All right.
Who is it this time? Oh, wow. Go! You look adorable.
Hajiman, Kazuichi, why you two here?
Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily?
I just did a little swimming.
A little swimming?
I swam around the island for about 3 hours.
That's too obvious for me not to comment on. That's definitely not a little swimming.
Why were you already swimming? You guys are about to swim now, right? Isn't that why you're all meeting up?
I do hope there's a lot of sunscreen in this place.
It wasn't for my enjoyment. I was trying to see if I could swim to a different island.
Huh?
But I couldn't find any other islands. It seems it may be difficult to leave this island by swimming.
You didn't see anything after you swam for 3 hours? It's more than difficult. It's impossible.
So
Yeah,
what's with the bridges
that
then?
may be true.
Hey,
Hajime. What?
awesome!
A woman with wet, slick back hair is pretty fine too, huh?
Oh my!
And this body too, man. Yes. Bikini
Young
body,
ladies are sure well endowed nowadays. Is that a challenge against all the women in the world? Fine. Ibuki accepts that challenge with the power of technology. Time to pump these puppies full of silicone.
Please don't do that to yourself.
Don't say such asinine things.
I like Pekka as well. Anyway, it looks like everyone's almost here and it's already past 4. So if so, all that's left is...
I am terribly sorry for my delay.
Sonia's here! He's doubled down on excitement. Please be like a one piece or like one of those Victorian swimsuits or a wetsuit. That would just be perfect right now. What kind of sexy swimsuit is my Sonia wearing? Wetsuit for the win. Love it.
It's a wetsuit!
Called it.
It is to prevent sunburn. I do not want my skin to be sun
That
damaged.
is an extremely sensible thing to say.
However, as I have never worn a wetsuit before, I had a hard time putting it on, which resulted in my delay.
I mean, yes, but it also is extremely sensible if she's doing it to protect her skin from the sun. That is very sensible.
Really? It is my bad.
I don't like the texture of
my.
wetsuits. I don't like that feel on my skin. It feels like I'm being suffocated, but a wetsuit. Well, Miss Sonia does have beautiful white skin.
Miss Sonia!
Okay. Just what I expect from a 100% purebred princess. Askar's quick to recover. Anyway, why are you two here? I'll answer that. Sonia, I'll be honest, if you're going to go to the beach, please let us come with you.
I am concerned.
Wow, this was originally supposed to be a girls-only outing to strengthen our friendship with each other. Do you think you can make an exception? Pretty please. And it's okay, it's not really a problem even if there are some girls.
Then...
Right, they came also here. It'd be better if we made them leave. Sonia is so kind.
All right.
Now that it's decided, let's get going. But Akani's are still being treated.
Shut up! Shut up!
There's no way I can just stand around. I'll go ahead and prepare. I'll set up the parasol, prepare the
Engines
drinks.
revving.
I mean it, I promise. I'll give it my all to save you so everyone has fun. There's an abnormal amount of gust till you bolted out the diner. I'm surrounded by girls in swimsuits. This is a little awkward. I should go help Kazuichi too. The mumbled my excuse to run out the diner almost as if I was escaping. Okay. Beach. Ding dong, ding dong. Huh? That bell just now. To be?
A body has been discovered! Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
A body? That's a lie. Impossible.
Someone come here!
That's Kazuichi. Sounds like he's nearby. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, I think it did. I haven't looked at the email really or sorted out the spreadsheet yet. I can do that later. It's been very hot and my brain doesn't function when it's hot. I'm like 90% sure. Do you need me to look before your stream? Are you streaming today? I don't even know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Did I already hear it come from here? No, what am I being nervous about? There's no reason to be nervous. Body discovery announcement. I won't believe it. I'm not going to believe it. There's no way I believe it. Who believes something like that? So at least my voice. I swiftly stepped inside the beach house. Okay, so assuming that little girl with pigtails had found the dead body first, I'm guessing for Yuhiko was the second, and then Kazuichi was the third because it needed 3. That's 9. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish the stream when we get to when we find out who's dead. I think it's gonna be the red-headed girl. I just poked myself in the head. Are you starting soon? I can have a look and send you the code if it is. Let me just have a quick look then. Loud my road to fame. Yeah. Well, I'll send you it, and then when I put it in the spreadsheet, if you mark it off, if you redeem it, then just let me know and I'll mark it off when I put it in the spreadsheet. I've just sent you the code. Oh. I won't believe it. The moment I slept inside the beach house, those words mercilessly shattered into pieces. Oh shit. You see, this is why it was really odd that Akane was covered in blood. Red-headed girl is dead. Yep, called it. Why is there a princess mask? If this was all a dream, when did I begin dreaming? Oh, you're streaming again? Okay, cool. Awesome. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna... Blood is pink in this game. Yeah. That's why it kind of looked like she was covered in watermelon. Blood is pink. I prefer it being pink. It makes it less icky for me. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to the part where we start doing the investigating, and then I'm gonna save and leave it for next week because I've already gone like an hour over, and I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing for food that hopefully is not gonna make me too hot. Or I'm just gonna have a cold shower, wet my hair, and then cook because that will, I don't know, that may work. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, if this is reality, why is my hero on the floor covered in blood? I couldn't understand anything that was in front of me. I mean, I didn't like her, but she was growing on me. I also don't like the little pigtailed girl, and I didn't like the chef because he was creepy and perverted. Everyone else is kind of okay, except for Nagito, who went weird. So, I mean, Nagito's been tied up and chained up in the thing, so it's probably not him. And we've been with Kazuichi for like an hour. Akane was the one that came in covered in blood. So that is suspicious. But I don't, I think that the big guy would back her up if she said she fought him. So it could be the Yakuza guy, but it feels like the little girl found her, or possibly killed her. Because she came running out in tears before people started arriving. And they were friends. Anyway, I couldn't believe in anything. Chapter 2, Sea and Punishment, Sin and Coconut's Deadly Life. Mahiro Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. And she was always straightforward. Toward us and toward herself, she was always facing forward. She was that kind of person. She was also a wee bit misogynistic and like anti-feminist type thing. That was the vibe I got from her. That women had their place and men had their place. Why her? I'm guessing it has something to do with the game. She was upset and didn't want to come to breakfast, so why? Well, I hope we find out. We always find out. Why did this happen to her? The muscles in my face stiffened and grew hard. Darkness clouded my vision. My legs started to wobble and I instinctively placed my hand against the wall.
Damn it!
Hajime! Before this, we were having a great time, right? Besides about going to the beach, we were having a lot of fun. But why?
Are you kidding me?
Why did something like this happen? Someone tell me. I obviously don't know what's going on either.
Oh!
The time to make Bob. Hurry up and get the others. Ibuki instantly left the beach house. I'm sure it took some time for everyone to come here. They had to change and whatnot. It must have taken some time, but I really didn't know how much time had passed. My senses were numbed. My emotions were also numbed. Within me, various layers were peeling off. My senses started to return around the time I realized the others were already here.
Huh?
What the hell is this? Why are you here? The girls were standing outside the door leading to the beach, their faces pale with terror.
Something like this!
For heaven's sake, what in the world is going on? With their pale faces still intact, the girls began wobbling towards the beach house until a voice stopped them.
Hold it.
Hold a second. Those things beneath you, be careful not to step on them.
What?
Beneath?
See?
You know, the footprints in front of that door. There are footprints leading out of the beach house. Right, that's probably an important clue. So don't step on them.
Huh?
If you mean evidence. Monokuma mentioned it in the announcement, right? For a certain amount of time, we'll hold a class trial.
What the?
Another class trial?
Are you serious?
And you seeing this as
That's right!
one of you guys
Lies!
killed? It's impossible.
Hey!
It's not like an accident or something.
Like...
If you guys think that's an accident, that still means this death was caused by someone else's actions.
In other words...
That also counts as a legit matter. Okay, but there's a baseball bat there. I mean, looks fairly moidery to me. Such deaths fall in grey area on this island. I'll make sure it's clear to you guys. On this island, dying from sickness is basically the only death that's not considered a murder. It's impossible to get sick and die on this island, not when Monomi takes such good care of people.
What's this?
Oh, speaking of which,
I don't like this.
there it is, the silent treatment attack. This is like the #1 thing that hurts me. Well, fine, I'm not going to lose to your bashing. I've decided to become a tough kid. This is the worst. Once again, this happened. Another victim, and it's all because of Monokuma.
No way!
Jeez, it's not my fault. Then whose fault it is first? To find out, we hold the clan's trial.
So...
Let's begin already. No whining, just begin already.
It's the Monokuma file!
I shall pass out the #2. This should start to feel familiar.
Do your best.
Now then, do your very best to investigate. I'll see you later at the class trial. Class trial investigation. It's horrible. It's just too horrible.
Hey!
And you should have stopped the murder before it happened. Don't you have that kind of power? But I did have the power before he appeared.
Perhaps.
Even if she tried to stop it. Judging from Monokuma and Monomi's relationship, there's no doubt she gets stopped herself. Kuma took everything away, including the magic stick and the surveillance cameras. I think I rely on these years, but they only have 3 times that of a normal person. So basically you have no idea what's happening on this island in the first place. It's the worst. A powerless rabbit like me is the worst. Hey now, now's not the time to focus on something like that. More importantly, what should we do? You have to do it again. Very cool thing, you have to do it again.
Why?
I cannot believe Mahuri was killed by one of us.
Damn it!
I can't do this anymore. Investigating the class trial, seriously, I'm done. Everyone feels the same, but we can't do anything else except do it. And there's no way we can just ignore the reason Mahuri was killed.
Hey.
Yes, the only thing we can do is investigate.
'Cause it's bad.
Because we should never forgive that. Killing is something we should never forgive. Jackie?
Well?
Killer has their reasons, I understand that. The same for Tero too. It's all really Monokuma's fault, I understand that too. But even so, we should never forgive killing. She usually has her head in the clouds, so for her to say something like that, she probably can't forgive us at all. She also said she wasn't going to let anyone else die, and someone else is dead, so... But that's true of me too.
Understood.
Regardless, everyone is going to die if we don't do it. In order for us to survive, we must do it.
I'm gonna do it!
Then let's do it!
Perhaps.
I wonder... Okay, so that's the first girl that got killed off. I wonder if it was a girl that did it. Even us out again. Dunno. My hero probably wants us to do this too. She would want us to reveal the truth behind her death. I understand if everyone's doing it, I'll do it too, but please give me a little time. Please give me time to calm myself down a little. Also, we're going to tell the others who want to hear about this. You're right. Before you heard those announcements, you wouldn't know where the murder took place. I should excuse myself for now. Oh. Then let's begin. Who killed my hero Koizumi? Why was she killed? We've got to find out and solve this already. That's right. We have to do it, Asunui. Don't want to do it, but that's more the reason for us to finish this. Also, I'm just going to quick. We can't look at the file yet. I'm the only one that can do this. Investigate! First, I need to take a look at the Monokuma file. Right. Victim is Mahiro Koizumi. Estimated time of death is around 3. Okay. So when we arrived at the diner. And it was after that, like half an hour after that, that the little kid came crying, running. And then after that, the others began to arrive. No, it was 3:30 we saw him. No, we shot the kid running past first, then the Yakuza guy. Then someone else turned up and yelled at us. I think it was, Rocker Girl. The Yakuza guy disappeared. He obviously found the body as well, because the 3 people had to discover it for it to be announced. And then after that, Chiari, Gamer Gold showed up, and then Kane looking like she'd been bashed over the head. Oh, it was the nurse lady. She's the one. She showed up. Then, oh, hang on, Rocker Girl, nurse lady. Did they both showed up at the same time? I think it was about 3:30. So, yeah. If it was at 3, then it was neither us nor Kazuichi. And that's about all. That's about all. I know. So, we're going to end up, and I think various people said they were going to stream. Jesse's doing the music game. And I think Leaky said he was going to stream too. I'm not sure whether that's happening now or in a bit. We haven't raided Leaky in like forever, so I'd like to raid a Leaky. But we are going to finish in a minute. Okay. Scene of the crime where the body was discovered is inside the beach house at Chandler Beach. Cause of death is a single killing blow to the head with a blunt instrument, probably with a baseball bat. No other conspicuous external injuries and no traces of foreign substances such as drugs. 3 PM, that's the time Kazuichi and I arrived at the diner. And if we just went to the beach house instead, no, now's not the time to feel regret. To focus on doing as much as I can right now. And I'm going to find out the truth behind Mahiro's death. It's the only way the rest of us can survive. Obtained a truth bullet, leveled up. I'm not going to investigate, I just really want to know what's in the cupboard because it's suddenly open. Yeah. Closet door's half open. How suspicious. Closet. Ooh. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Quite suspicious walking closet. So much crap, only one person could stand in here, but you think about it this way, and it's possible for only one person to stay in here. Ooh. Okay.
I've been found.
Which means the other one's probably in her dorm thing. Okay, so I'm just going to save here. We're, we are... That's the second person who's died without me getting another star. Never mind. Or been gonded. Well, it depends. If the person that killed her was someone we also haven't got a star before, then we're going to have to start building up everyone else's. But I'm going to save here. I'm going to investigate next week because we went over an hour. But that means next week is investigation and trial, which probably won't be as long as last week. Yeah. Oh yeah, Leaky is live with Day the Diver, so Jesse's also live, but we're going to go raid Leaky. I will have both of the streams up. We're going to raid Leaky because we haven't raided Leaky in ages. And he just started streaming again, so I want to be supportive. So... Okay, so pop in post a raid message if you like. So it's too hot for me to think. I think Tuesday is co-stream, so Jesse and I are probably going to do more where we were here forever. Thursday is pencil for now because I am in the office Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, Friday, so probably going to be tired. We may, like, there's like 50-50 chance there'll be a stream, so just check for details if I am. And then we'll pick this up next Sunday, probably. I don't know what Saturday's stream is going to be, except the Ghost Trick's out this week, so I might pick that up. For now, it's hot. I'm going to go and try and decide what to eat that hopefully doesn't involve me feeling more hot. I'm going to go say hi to Leaky on the raid. So I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day, weekend, time period, etc. Bye!